Government shutdown, XRP, Bitcoin, crypto, all exploding this morning. Where's it going? What's going on behind the scenes with the Bank of America? The banks that move crypto, really move it. What's happening this morning with the government? What's happening with the furloughs? What's happening with my Coca-Cola defensive position? I built a huge position, nearly $600,000 now. Do I take some profit? Do I start selling from the top and buying back into XRP, my favorite crypto coin? If there was a favorite, it would be XRP. I sold it all recently. Many people got very frustrated with me and thought I was an idiot selling my XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I sold for a few $100 loss, but I saved over $30,000 in the drop. And then I bought Coca-Cola defensive, preparing for what is already now happening. A government shutdown did happen, it has happened, and defensives are doing rather well now. They're finding a bottom, and they're going to give me $3,500 a quarter. Pretty exciting, right? So what do I do now? Do I start to sell and take some profit and buy back XRP? Nothing wrong with buying back XRP if you know it's now going to $10 rather than going down to whatever number you can imagine. So what do you think? Shall we get ready to buy back some XRP now? Is it time to re-enter this race? Or is there something going on behind the scenes in the world of crypto? A lot of confusion today, a lot of people not sure which way to go, and there is still frustration amongst the XRP community and the broader community of crypto. There is plenty of frustration. What happens next? What happens if I leverage and I go all in on crypto? What happens if somebody else decides to do it? The economy today is the talk of the town, particularly in Washington, as they do their numbers and Donald Trump decides to let people go for good. So, is this the start of something bigger? Or are we about to correct and have a crash? Well, let's get ready to count the money. It's a big day. I hope you're ready, because there could be a major takeoff. But which way? Which company do you invest in? Are we about to go to the moon with crypto? Are we going to be high as a kite? Well, only minutes will find out. We're going to ring the bell this morning live together, and we're going to find out. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's great to have you here. Tap the like button. We want to share this out this morning. This is going to be a big, big morning for crypto investors. And could I take my $600,000 and buy back in to XRP? I certainly will if I think it's the right thing to do. Maybe you can convince me it's the right thing to do. So if you really care about XRP, if you really care about Bitcoin, take part in today's show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all a challenge. You can challenge me, members or non-members. You can call it another new member. Thank you so much.
M. Honey has become a member.
I'm going to give you a link here. Please, I invite you, non-members and members, as long as you can be respectful and don't swear, I challenge you. So here we go. Here is my link. Challenge me live. Okay. I'm writing it in the link in the chat there. This is my link inviting you to question me, ask me anything you like, as long as you can be polite. You can call in, you can have a voice. There is the link. I've pinned it to the top. You don't require any software. It's simply done through a browser. If you think I'm right, you can say I'm right. If you think I'm wrong, you can say I'm wrong. If I've missed something in crypto or XRP that you know, let me know. If you have information that you could share to over 100,000 people, please do let us know. Call on in and share that information with me. It's free and open to everyone. Don't sit there in the background shouting and screaming at the screen when you have the chance to speak to the world. If you do believe you know something I don't, I'm wrong. Was I wrong to sell my XRP and save $30,000 and now buy it back? and end up now building a $600,000 position in Coca-Cola. I can't see how I was wrong, but if you think I was, or there was something about that you don't agree with, then please do call in. The challenge is there. Challenge me live on the show. You have a voice to the world, live, unedited, unscripted. You are ready to rock and roll. All right, so let's get ready. I'm going to go for all the news today. This is my position today. As you can see, I've sold all of my Ethereum. I'm out 100%. Bitcoin, I'm out 100%. XRP, I'm out 100%. That is all now dust. There is nothing there at all. I'm 100% in Coca-Cola. And if I bring it up here, you will see I'm 100% up. Now, I was down nearly 9%. I've now amassed $500,000 on the main account and 50 odd on the Roth IRA. So 550,000 on the way to $600,000 live there. I was down on it. I was using tax lots to trim it all down, and now I'm up. Now, finally, up a couple $100, but every 1% it moves is about $5,500 plus that dividend, which is about $1,400 per month, right? Which I can use to cover the cost of the margin plus 30% profit. So I can buy back as much crypto as you could possibly imagine. All right. So let me show you the full position then. In my stocks and ETFs, 499,000 in my portfolio, all in Coca-Cola plus my Roth IRA. This is another all-time high, 294. There we go. Another all-time high reach. We're beating the market, or are we? Let's go and check. I haven't checked it for a few minutes. Let's go and have a quick look. And then we'll go all through all the news today. So you've got the S&P has gone down 0.38. This is what we expected. We are the edge of a cliff. The markets could sell off. Are people going into crypto rather than holding the S&P 500? So the S&P is down and I am up. So I'm beating the market. I love saying this. Again, I'm going to put it on a t-shirt. It's going to be a catchphrase. I'm beating the market again. All right. Anyway, that's what matters. Bitcoin is up 2% today. XRP is up 3.7. This is not why it's beating, but this is our favorite crypto coin. If I was going to buy back en masse with 600, and I don't mind buying $600,000 of XRP. I do not mind doing that at all if it's the right thing to do. And if you can convince me it is, I don't mind doing it. Ethereum is up 3.78. So where do I think it's going? I think Ethereum is going to $12,000. I think XRP is going to $10. And I think Bitcoin's going to $150,000 to $200,000. So why did I sell? Well, I sold before it crashed. As you all know, you covered it live. I sold before it crashed. I lost a little bit, a few $100, nothing really to worry about. But I did sell for a small loss. I saved about 30 grand. By the whole, I had 150 grand. The whole lot would have gone down and taken about 30 grand. So I was right to sell because I've got such a huge tax gain this year. I want to reduce my tax burden as well. Otherwise, I will enter a higher tax bracket. I don't want to do that because my YouTube channel is earning money. My trading is earning me money. Everything is earning money. So I need to now, take some losses if I can, if I see a better opportunity. So then I bought then I went defensive because I predicted a downturn, and I was right. The S&P has gone down. I predicted a shutdown, and it has happened. But yet, there's a much bigger threat on the horizon. Now, some people have been buying gold. They think the opportunity is in gold. We keep reaching all-time highs. Some think digital gold is crypto. It isn't digital gold. Bitcoin is digital capital. There is a difference. People focus on XRP being the new payment system. However, as you know, I talked to Bank of America, and the question is, yes, they've been buying it. Yes, they've been using it. Yes, they've been testing it. But have they been reversing the technology and working out how to do it themselves? And the answer is yes. They know how to do this. They could have their own network. They could use stable coins. They can do whatever they want. They don't have to use XRP. They've got more money, a bigger brand, a bigger name, and other banks could follow suit. In fact, it's already going on. Banks are having this conversation right now with Swift to just do it themselves. That is the only chink in the armor of Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum. Anyone can do it. Anyone can create a Bitcoin. It's the same protocol, 21 million market cap, blah, 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 blah. We can write the same code. I could do it. I could set up an XRP coin if I wanted to. Exactly the same. So why wouldn't they? Well, remember why it exists in the first place. XRP is, in my opinion, the only way to make money, and why I want to own it back again is the only way it makes money is when we get the Ripple Bank. And the Ripple Bank then lock it all up in their reserve and they burn it through over infinite time, making the price of XRP go up because their bank will be efficient and their bank will work, and they've got the brand and the name, but they're not the only ones. Remember, Betamax was the best video recorder. It was first, but it died. VHS, which was cheap, more efficient, replaced it. Could Bank of America come up with their own coin and no one even needs it? Because no one really does. Yesterday, on one of my challenges, I had a challenge yesterday. I asked you to call in, like today, and one of you called in and said to me, I don't understand why you have sold your XRP. You even took a loss. I don't understand it. And he was great. We had a conversation and I showed him why. And I said, I've saved about 30 grand and I've now built over 500 grand, $500,000 in my main account. And I've also got another 50 odd in my XRP in my Roth IRA. So on the way to 600 grand, I'm in a much stronger position. And when okay, I get it now. I had one member and I hope this person is in the chat today. Do we have Joseph Webb in the chat today? Now, this is a really, really important, no, Joseph Webb is not in the chat. Let me bring back up XRP for a moment. Going to keep an eye on this one very closely. I'm also going to see if I can take some profit from Coca-Cola and buy back some XRP. And if I buy back, I can buy up to 600 grand. I can really, really, really move the needle on my portfolio. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe you can convince me. So anyway, this is important. Joseph Webb isn't in the chat right now. Thank you, Stephen. I contacted Joseph. Yes, great. Thank you. That's really great. All right. So last night I spoke to off air one of my gold members. He is he has some crypto and he's a gold member. He pays about, I think, $23 a month because it gives him all the Electrum benefits that start on Sunday with our live interactive game shows where you learn about crypto and you talk to us live on the camera. It's a private show just for Electrum and upwards. And he's above that. He's a gold member. He pays about $23 a month, I think it is. There's the membership link if you want to upgrade and not miss out on our Electrum First event on Sunday. You can always downgrade if you don't like it, but I think you're going to love it. So he's a gold member, and he said to me, and he's been for a long time, right? On Friday, when he saw me sell my XRP, he said, I was so angry. I was so frustrated. I wanted to cancel my membership. I was out. I was done. This was a member who's been a member now for several years. And he wanted to cancel it all. I think it's several years. I may be wrong. Maybe just a year. Sorry if I'm wrong. And he wanted to cancel his membership. A loyal Lucasade who's been part of the family since near the beginning. He wanted to cancel his membership. He was angry. He was like shouting at the screen, why has Martyn sold his XRP? He said, but come Monday, I saw how much money you'd saved. You saved about 30 grand with the drop. And now how through tax lots, you've been able to build a huge position in Coca-Cola, a defensive play, because you were concerned about the downturn and the government shutdown, which did happen. And we did get a downturn in the S&P. He said, it all made sense. And I said, that's great. But the question I have to ask you is, you were at the moment of being angry and you were at the moment of cancelling your membership. You were virtually done. You were virtually going to walk away from from the channel altogether. He said, yeah, but not anymore. Now I understand it. He said, but I said, so why? Why were you angry? And the answer is he didn't know. And the point was, the reason why he was angry, because he didn't know what he owned. And that is vastly the majority of crypto investors. They will preach to you all these headlines which they read from idiots. And I say idiots, we use it a lot on the show because there's lots of idiots who don't understand what they own. And they get very angry, and they get very angry because they don't know what they own. They might not want to admit it, but Joseph was intelligent and wise enough to realize that. So he said, and I turned around to him and said, if everybody in the world on X said to me they're going to dump, or in my chat, they're going to dump Coca-Cola, I would not be angry. I would not be fearful. I would celebrate and go, oh my God, I can't wait to buy more. Why? Because I understand the business. Coca-Cola, like McDonald's, is not a Coca-Cola business. It's not even a bottling business. It's a franchise licensing business. All right. It's one of the most profitable businesses in the world. Most importantly, it has a brand that can't be replaced. And XRP and Ripple is why I'm mentioning that with the Bank of America today. I'm going to come on to a much deeper dive of all of this XRP in a moment. And should I flip back to my XRP? So this is the point. We have been doing a lot of... Oh, another new member. Thank you.
Shane Daniel has become a member.
Shane Daniel, thank you so much indeed. 98% of our viewers, live viewers, are now members of a regular show, more than any other channel in the world. Nearly 2,000 members now. And 30% of them are ladies, by the way. The highest female audience of any crypto channel in the world. The crypto bros, they have about 1% of their audience are ladies. We have 30%. So, and ladies are by far more reliable and resilient and qualified to invest. I don't mean that disrespect to the guys, but the guys know it. The guys actually trade with much more emotion than the ladies do, much more structured. So anyway, it's an interesting point. I thought I'd share that with you. Maybe you'll call in. Now, I've put down, it challenged me live, and no one has called in. Lots of people are frustrated. Lots of people are angry. But at the end of the day, I've reached another all-time high, and I'm making more money than ever. Now then, at the moment, I have $3,000 to buy even more Coca-Cola on the bell. Why? Because then I can trim from the top and then lower my average and buy back into my crypto. Oh, hang on a minute. 1970 Buckley, one of our ladies, and William Bond are giving memberships away. This is a wonderful opportunity. If you are a subscriber right now, you can win a membership. And if you've liked the stream, if you've not liked and engaged, you can't win. It rewards those that are engaging with the stream. Now, this is not free. William Bond III has paid out of his own hard-earned money to give you memberships. And so has 1970 Buckley, one of our lady investors. Please thank them. If you've won a membership, don't just take it. Please thank them. We've just given away 15 memberships. All right? That's a lot of money. All right, so please do thank those that have just purchased you a membership. Now, this is an amazing opportunity. Why? Because on Sunday, we start our first live interactive game show with Sensei. It's a private event. We encourage you to call in and be on the call as well. But the game show is going to be visual. It's going to be fun, educational. It's where we're building friends and looking for our new moderators for the future, and also for our ambassadors. We are building an ambassador program around the world. We're already in 72 countries. We want half a dozen ambassadors in every country of the world. And that's what we're doing, how we're getting to know people through the Electrum events, which start on Sunday, 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Join us for Sensei's show. It's educational, it's fun. Now, the reason why this is a great opportunity, because all of you have just won memberships. You've just been given for free. Someone has bought you a membership on a bronze level. So you can upgrade to Electrum. Let me give you the link now. There's the link in the chat. If you are on an iOS device, iPad or iPhone, simply go to a browser, desktop version. You can upgrade. So basically, you're getting Electrum for free because you were given the bronze membership. You can upgrade and experience it for yourself on Sunday. Now, if you don't like membership, if you think it's rubbish, you can always unsubscribe. But I promise you several things. Our membership is the best value membership on YouTube. How can I say that? Because it's the only one that never goes up in price, ever. And that includes inflation. It goes down every year because of inflation. We've never increased it, and we never will. So our membership is the best investment you'll ever make. It's the only thing that will get better and better and get cheaper and cheaper over time. We add more and more services, more and more things. All of our CEO interviews where you get to speak to the CEOs live. How I learn all of these things from people is all our members only events. They're all members only. Members only can request reviews. Yesterday, you saw me do a big deep dive on Dr. Pepper. That's a membership perk. I will cover the earnings calls that you want, a membership perk. You can call into the show live. You can ask me a question on YouTube comments. I reply to every single one of my members. You can also get sponsorship deals if you are a member. We can promote things for you. There are many, many perks that you get as a member. All right, discounts in the shop, the list goes on and on and on. But really now is the best time to upgrade to Electrum. Anyway, 35 minutes to go. We're going to ring the bell.
I will not be taking my pay the same as everyone else.
The government shutdown
so that
and Bank of America and XRP. We're going to cover it right now.
And that is two things. One, there has been a total refusal on the part of the Republicans and the president to negotiate with us at all. And that's unique. You know, in the past when the Democrats
we'll keep our eye on the government shutdown, see what it really means. We've got a big breakdown today. So let me just start by talking about not one person has decided to call in and challenge me this morning. Okay, fair enough. So please, if you don't want to challenge me, don't waste your time in the chat. I strongly recommend if you don't like the show and it's not for you and you don't think it's right, go and watch something that gives you benefit, rather than sitting there doing nothing. Okay, so let's talk about this. So we rank very often number one in the world, not just on YouTube, which is really irrelevant actually to the global scheme of things, but also to on Google. We had 130,000 watch us live for the Brad Garlinghouse 60 Minutes event. So I really understand XRP. Sensei is phenomenal. It is chart predictions. He's virtually right all the time. He also suggested trim off, buy back lower, and the Lucas aides all made money doing so. Let me just put this on the screen. I've got lots of new members' comments coming in here. I'll come to that in a moment. So if you do know when to sell and you know when to trim, you can make a lot more money than just holding and hoping. That is not a strategy. If you can see the evidence before you that a crash is looming, which it is, and a carry trade looming, which it is, and other issues of inflation, then you've got to trim to buy back lower. So I like XRP. The whole fundamental principle of it and everything else. But I've always said the money is not in the coin, trading the coin under the table, scratching around, desperate to make money. It reminds me of the gold rush when people ran out and they tried to scratch money from each other and they were shooting each other and they were fighting each other in the dirt and the dust. And the real money sat on top of the hill and built the factory that produced the shovels. Let all the idiots run around. Well, this is the modern day gold rush. We've got people who know nothing about crypto, nothing at all, nothing about the stock market, don't understand how it works, scratching around in the dirt, trying to make money when all they need to do is understand the businesses behind it, invest in the businesses, and you make money. Which is why I trimmed, because I understand the market, I understood the shutdown, I understand the way the banks are looking at this. Now, the Bank of America, whether you like it or not, and I'm very privileged to have some connections there. The Bank of America is a wonderful institution with a brand name like like Coca-Cola. Now, you might not like it. I don't like the banks. They're not worth investing in at all. It only serves the CEO and a handful of the directors. It doesn't make any money to own the bank. However, it's part of the infrastructure which keeps the whole system turning. Why I invest in the S&P until recently, and I bought Coke, but I'll be back. I'll be back bigger than ever. So I like banks, not because I like banks, but I understand how the banks operate the system. So when a bank makes money, we make money. So how is a bank going to use crypto? Now, everybody bought XRP because it's a payment system. Well, yesterday live on the show, I challenged my audience and one guest called in and said, I like XRP because it solves the problem. Basically used a phrase we see all over X and most of the comments on X. In fact, I will honestly tell you, cross my heart, everything, I don't read any comments anymore from idiots on X. I just don't. I only post my own content and reply to my audience. I don't even look because there's nothing of value anymore on X. It's just a noise. Elon Musk has turned it into a bloody great shouting match of idiots who just want to shout about stuff. I haven't got 1 second to waste my time. So everybody misunderstands what Ripple is about. They'll talk about it as the digital payment system. And my guest actually spoke to me, and that's what he said. It solves a problem, and I've got a friend of mine who sends money around the world, and it costs thousands of dollars. And I said, is that what he told you? He said, yeah. I said, have you ever done it yourself? He said, well, no. I said, well, let me tell you, I've got a bank account in Norway, a bank account in Europe, Amsterdam, bank account in England, Canada, and the US. I send money around the world all the time. Guess what? Doesn't cost me anything. I've been doing it for years. There's an app that I use, a Swift app, where I can transfer money at any time for free, instantly. So where's the need there? Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, there you go. Just because you don't know it doesn't mean that this is the best solution, right? That blockchain technology is absolutely the answer and a major upgrade and improvement over Swift. Absolutely. But do you think Swift is going to go away and banks are going to go away and allow crypto companies that didn't exist 5-10 years ago to take all their business? Of course not. Everybody bought into Bitcoin originally because they said we like Bitcoin because it's decentralized and we can stuff the banks, blah, blah, blah. That's an angry attitude, and anything that is formed by a rebellious, angry attitude always ends badly. Always. So people in the background just watch everybody scream and shout and pay no attention, right? The banks carry on doing what they do. And we wanted the government to be out of it until we wanted the government to adopt it, until the government controls it, which they now do. And if we have a Federal Reserve that adopts and buys Bitcoin, then the government control your Bitcoin. They control your crypto. So everything you didn't want, you've now got. So did you leave? Did you get out of crypto? No, you bought more. So you got angry and shouted and screamed at the camera, at the screen, but you ended up doing it anyway. That is exactly what control is. Why did you do it? Because you're angry and you're frustrated and you want to make money. Well, you can make money if you have patience and you buy a great business. So people don't listen, they buy and they overbuy and they leverage. And then last Friday, it was 1 billion got wiped out on crypto. Everyone lost their money. What did I do? I sold. I protected my money. I bought Coca-Cola, and the rest is history. I've now got a portfolio of 500 grand, started with 5,000. Remember, I've never done options. I've never shorted the market. Started with 5 grand. And for the first year and a half, I earned 0 on YouTube. Let's remember that, folks. Just going to double check my widget here a second for alerts. Let's make sure we're getting these alerts come through. We're getting lots of alerts come up. Let me make sure that we are. We're getting so many members, that's why it's not showing up at the moment. It's overloading the system. We're getting member after member after member. So how do we win with crypto? Well, we've got to own the banks. Because ultimately, that's where it all goes. If you want a payment system, it's the bank, right? So how do you own it? Well, you can't buy Ripple unless you are a private investor. Now, you can invest in Ripple if you are of a certain size of investor. You can buy into Ripple. I don't think I'm big enough to do that, but we can. But eventually, I think Ripple will become a public company, and it will IPO, and everybody will go crazy. I think it will be the biggest IPO in the history of the world. But that's how to make money. Now, I've been talking to people that are working at the exchange being built down the road from me in Dallas. I've been speaking to Robinhood, those that have been purchasing Ethereum. I understand Ethereum is going to be used to run the stock exchange in Dallas and the New York. Robinhood had a massive buy-in on Ethereum recently. Bank of America have been buying XRP. Now, I've talked about this a lot. I covered their earnings calls. We had Brian Moynihan mention it, the very subject, on an earnings call. It was a really important earnings call, and I'm going to cover it again soon. Strongly recommend when we cover the Bank of America earnings call that you tune into that. And they mentioned it, and then they never mentioned XRP by name, but everything they spoke about, ISO, yada, 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 their testing, led us to believe that they are using XRP. However, with further investigation and further communication with my sources at Bank of America, I am led to believe they've been using it, testing it, and finding ways to do it better, like Betamax, like VHS. They've got more money, they've got a bigger brand, they've got more power. They don't need XRP, they don't need Ripple. And that's a dangerous thing. If you walked into Shark Tank and they said, have you got a patent, whichever way you want to phrase it, on your product, and you said no, and they said, can anybody else do what you do? And you said, well, yeah, anyone can do it really, but they've got the name. Yeah, but anyone can they're bigger than you, they can crush you. Well, yeah, they wouldn't touch you with a barge pole, right? And I know, because I've met Mark Cuban and played in his house. So that's how it works. So I think Bank of America have used it, own it, testing it, trialing it, and now they're going to do their own. Now, what happens then to XRP? Well, if XRP was only and simply a payment system, that was it, that's rubbish, because it already exists. There are people setting up payment systems all the time where you can move money. I do it all the time, and I don't use crypto at all to do that. So that's not going to do it. More and more people are convincing you that it's okay to pay a fee. We covered live when we had Michael Saylor, and Michael Saylor said, if I bought my house 10 years ago, 50 years ago, it was $1 million, and now it's 100 million. Has it gone up in price? Well, no, it hasn't. What's happened is money has been devalued. And he said, if I sold my house, I would pay the realtor, 100 grand in fees. I'm used to that. Well, I'm not used to that. I hate that system. Absolutely rubbish. I wouldn't sell my house through a realtor at all. I would do it myself. I don't understand why people are okay with paying 100 grand to sell their house. So because of that, he said, I'm okay with paying 100 grand to move, $10 million. Well, I'm not okay with that at all. I think that's a rubbish system. It's my money. I don't need to pay. Isn't crypto supposed to solve that problem? That's why Bitcoin is useless to buy, sell, trade, the spread, the cost, and it's going to get worse. And Michael Saylor will tell you the price is going to get worse. So I'm not interested in that. I don't mind owning it as capital, like buying a Leonardo da Vinci painting. That's it. No more, no less. It's not digital gold. It's not as liquid as GLD. If you look at GLD, this is how you buy the spot price of gold. You can sell it whenever you want, instantly, without a spread, for the price on the screen, and there's no cost involved. This is just the spot price of gold. And we all know what gold is doing, right? Just keeps on going up. Great. That's digital gold. Digital gold is not Bitcoin. Digital gold is this. GLD. I've done it. I've bought this and used it and tested it. You can buy it and sell it 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Soon it will be 7 days a week when it moves onto the blockchain, completely for free, instantly, instant money, tracking the price of gold. Awesome, right? Great. Digital gold, Bitcoin is not. Absolutely not. Huge spread, huge costs, huge fees. Try and transfer it from wallet to wallet. It's getting more and more expensive. So gold, Bitcoin doesn't do anything. If this goes up, so does gold. Simple. Buy gold. Much more efficient. You're buying the gold itself if you want digital gold. If you want digital capital because of the scarcity, think of it as like a painting, then buy it. But you don't buy it to sell it. And why I say it's capital is because I mean it's capital. What do I mean by capital? Well, capital is equity you can borrow against. It's not something you can sell because it's just too expensive to sell. It's pointless to sell. I think Sensei mentioned it this morning. One of his friends had some gold. They inherited it, and the first thing they did was sell it to buy a few clothes. How stupid is that? You've traded an asset for a liability. I guarantee the clothes in a year have worn out and they're in the bin. You've still got your gold. All right? So digital gold, Bitcoin is not. Sound a bit like Star Wars there. Well, my godfather was Kenny Baker, R2-D2, the man inside the robot. So maybe I've got a bit of that there. Hence the name Martyn Lucas. I got a little bit of reversing the words. Maybe that's dyslexia. I don't know what that is. Anyway, bit of Star Wars nonsense. Anyway, so Bitcoin is you just buy and borrow against it. You can then use it to borrow against to give your portfolio stability, which is what I've been doing with my Coca-Cola, building up a very, very sound portfolio. I can borrow more and more against this, and my margin keeps being increased. They give me more because of the stability of my Coca-Cola. So thereby, Bitcoin is not digital gold. Digital gold is GLD. More efficient, more instant, more liquid, more profitable, easier to move. Buy GLD. All right? It's as simple as that. Digital gold, Bitcoin is not. I did it again. All right? This is digital capital. You hold it as collateral to borrow against. And that's essentially what Michael Saylor does. Okay, that's what Michael Saylor does. So now we've got, let's come on to the story of XRP. XRP, we've got XRP as a payment system. People regard it as a payment system. All right. Okay. XRP. Oh, we got a guest calling in. In a few moments' time, I'll bring my guest onto the show. I've invited you to challenge me, and we will have a guest on the show in a few moments. So please stand by, whoever you are in the call. I will bring you on in a moment. So XRP is that people buy it for a payment system. It's not a payment system. We've got payment systems. It's a way for banks to become more efficient. Well, if banks can become more efficient using the blockchain, why can't they write their own code? Why can't they bring their own XRP out? Why can't they do it? Well, the answer is they can, and they are. Stable coins, it's already happening. So what happens to XRP? Well, the reason why I want backing on XRP, and now I've got my position on Coca-Cola, is because I want to own the Ripple Bank. The Ripple Bank will be the most efficient bank potentially in the world. Will everybody use it? Well, I doubt it. I doubt if people are suddenly going to ditch their Bank of America, their Wells Fargo, their Chase, and buy into XRP. I doubt that very much, but you never know. And I like the idea of Ripple being used as a reserve, like gold, and then it all gets locked up, and then every transaction burns a little bit of it over time, makes XRP extremely valuable then, and the Ripple Bank profitable. I want to own the Ripple Bank more than I want to own XRP. But right now, this is the best option I've got, all right? So that's why I'd like to buy back into XRP. But not because it solves a problem and it's a payment system, because it will be the reserve of the Ripple Bank. That to me makes sense. But don't be under any illusion that anybody else could do the same thing. They absolutely could. Is the brand and the name big enough? Now, you all think the XRP army is massive and amazing. Well, it isn't. It isn't. The Lucasade army is something, because we are here every day, all day, and we actually do stuff. The XRP army is in 1 minute, out the next minute, over leveraging, getting short. A lot of uneducated people don't know what they're doing, over leveraging. I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. We had 1 billion liquidations last Friday. And I didn't get liquidated, did I? So a lot of people don't know what they're doing in this space. So it's not an army that I want standing behind me. The Lucasade army is. They're always winning. The XRP army, you can blow them over like a paper army. Gone. They're just here today, gone tomorrow. If there was something better tomorrow, they would join something else. The Shiba army, what's all that about? What's all that about? That's just literally a joke. So anyway, we've got 50 minutes to go. I believe that Bank of America are going to do their own system. I think they've been testing XRP, and they've been testing the network and the technology. I think Swift are going to expand with or without anybody else. They can do it. They're not going to sit around and let someone else take their profit away. They can't afford to do that. Unfortunately, my guest who called in decided to hang up. Never mind. So there's no guests calling in at the moment. So let me go into a deep dive this morning of what is happening with the shutdown, where I see it going, how I'm going to make money out of Coca-Cola, how I'm going to buy back XRP and Bitcoin, and let's just go all through all that now. So we're going to start off with this. I think the first thing we'll do is if we could ask everyone to tap the like button. There are 770 people watching. Now, only 50% of you are signed into Google. So we can only get 300. In fact, we've got now 800 watching. We could get 400 likes. If you tap the like button, it really helps the channel grow. I really appreciate it. And you're more likely to get my content if you tap the like button. And we have lots of surprise events that you just miss if you don't like. So let's put 1 minute on the clock. Let's set a target of 300. We'll make it nice and easy. 300 in 1 minute. So, you ready? Here we go. $789. How many likes? 236. 248. Go, 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 go. 300. And I'll bring you the news. Woohoo! 102,525. There's the silver plaque for 100,000. There is the gold plaque to be for 1 million subscribers. Let's rock and roll. $295, 303. Let's get to the news. Thank you very much. XRP. Is it the XRP pump day? We'll find out soon. When the bell goes, we expect some volatility. There goes XRP up 4%. So government shutdown is in force. What if it lasts weeks? Where do we go with the government shutdown? How will it affect our XRP? Will I be able to buy back in and take it from where I left it at $3 all the way to $10 with now 600 grand to do it? Imagine that. Okay, imagine that. I mean, seriously. Let's go into our story. So we'll start with gold and then we'll cover the whole breakdown because it is a breakdown. I call it the government shutdown. It's idiots. If you are elected by the US citizens and your only job is to be able to discuss and agree things, you don't produce anything, you don't make anything, you're useless as a bloody fart in the wind. Your only job is to negotiate and solve problems, and you can't negotiate and you can't solve problems. And you go, I'm going to shut the government down because I can't solve it. Then you are a bloody idiot. Oh, hang on, we got a super chat.
He donated $2 through a super chat. Martin, check out your Pfizer.
Check out Pfizer, PFE, Pfizer. Let's have a look. Yes, 191. I just set a sell order and sold it all. I've just sold it for a profit and put it back into Coca-Cola. It's just gone through. There you go. So it's not my Pfizer. I've just sold it. I've taken the money off the top. I made about $800 and I bought Coca-Cola with it. So it's just gone through as a limit order, just sold. Yep. I've just sold my Pfizer. I've taken all the money out and I bought Coca-Cola with it. Okay. I'm happy with that. $800 in like a few hours for doing absolutely nothing. You're damn right. Okay. So that's not my Pfizer. It was my Pfizer. It was simply free money from Donald Trump for that announcement yesterday. All right. Everybody else, do what you want. I have sold my, took all my money out of Pfizer and I bought Coca-Cola with it. All right, so let's keep our eye on XRP. It is now pumping. We're keeping our eye on Coca-Cola as well. So here we go. Let's get ready for a full breakdown and we're going to ring the bell. We're going to be live with it all day. I want to thank Sensei for providing another great newsletter. If you don't, no one's calling in, so I'm going to take the newsletter, the challenge off the screen. I gave her the chance to call in. Nobody wants to. I love the way people will rant and rave in the chat, but then never actually call in. So I'm going to unpin that. I'm going to put this here. Oh, by the way, if you want to win $2,000 in XRP, could be $3,000 now. We're going to give away live on the show. Say yes in the chat. And I will tell you how you can win. It's free to enter, free for all. If I see lots of yeses, I'll know there's people here who want to know about it. I'm giving away 2,000 minimum. It could be 3,000, and I'll tell you how we can make it 3,000. It's entirely up to you. So here is Sensei's newsletter. So if you want to win $2,000 minimum, say yes in the chat. And I will do it for you. Here is the newsletter. I'm going to pin this to the top. I can't stop the chat moving. Oh, there you go. Pin the message. There you go. Now, this is taken from our newsletter. If I get lots of yeses, I will then tell you all about it. So thank you, Sensei, for the newsletter. It's our own newsletter. And thank his wife for the amazing thumbnails. They're really, really great. Really, really, the images are great. So we need to understand, if we're going to understand the government shutdown and we're going to understand XRP, we by hell need to understand gold and what's happening. Gold prices soared to a record $3,875 per ounce as the US government entered its first shutdown in nearly 7 years. The last time it happened, if you remember, was with Donald Trump, sparking a rush towards traditional safe haven assets. The yellow metal is now up 47% year to date, tracking for its strongest annual performance since 1979. Another new member. Thank you very much indeed.
Goddess Salem has become a member.
Holding near 3,864. By the Asian market close, gold miners such as Newmont and Barrick climbed 2 to 4% in pre-market trading amid mounting political gridlock in Washington. Fears that a shutdown could delay Friday's non-farm payrolls report added pressure, potentially influencing the Federal Reserve's policy path ahead of its next FOMC meeting. This is a real issue, a real problem. Gold ETFs also saw explosive inflows, with September marking their largest monthly haul in nearly 3 years. The SPDR Gold Trust, GLD, I was talking about the gold rush earlier, which is why I'm showing you these images, and I also talked to you about GLD, alone attracted over 11 billion. Has the merry-go-round stopped? Not just yet, but it's about to. Let me go back to here. The rally extended across the precious metals complex. Silver jumped to a 14-year high near $47, and platinum surged 79% year to date to top 1,580, its highest level in over a decade. Central banks added 900 tons to gold reserves this year, and gold mining stocks have mirrored the rally, also rising 79%. Now ask yourself, why are other countries buying all the gold up? Because they are. Because they understand what Trump wants to do with Bitcoin and crypto. This is, I think, where Trump will walk into a disaster. And I believe Satoshi Nakamoto is out of the Russian offices. This was planned many, many years ago. I've already reported on that. I said my thoughts on that. Sensei's thought here, gold's historic surge is not a knee-jerk reaction. It's a structural repositioning. I agree with him 100%. The message from institutional flows and central banks is clear. In a world of fiscal instability and eroding policy credibility, gold is not just back, it's central. I agree. That's why my defensive is doing so well. Coca-Cola. Here we go. Let's go back to our XRP. We're now going to look at the government shutdown news. Also, I want to touch on the global chips, but also Tether to leverage Rumble platform. I think I'll do that next, actually, because this is really important too. We've got 4 minutes to go, so I'm going to get ready now for the open bell.
Jim Farley's pivot and the push towards hybrids, that has been a strength for Ford for some time.
We're going to get ready to ring the bell. Let's get ready. Let's answer a few questions, but I'm going to bring you this amazing story. Tether to leverage Rumble platform for new US stablecoin distribution strategy. This is an important story today as well. All right, keep our eye on XRP. Keep our eye on defensives. Are we beating the market? I don't even need to look. I know I'm beating the market. I've beaten the market every day for nearly 2 months. There's my portfolio, up a third. We made $4,000 yesterday, $3,000 on Monday, $3,000 on Friday. The S&P is going down. You say what you like. I sold it at the right time. But are people turning to XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum today? Or are they going to pump it and dump it? Is XRP going to hit the $3, $3.20, $3.30, and go all the way down again? Well, one bit of news from Bank of America, from them directly, not from me, but Bank of America saying, we're using our own system. Ooch, XRP will drop like a stone. Just beware of that, all right? I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want that to happen. I'm just prepared for it, okay? I'm waiting for the right moment to buy. Now, I don't mind buying back Bitcoin XRP at $5 if I know it's going to double and go to 10. I don't mind that because while I'm waiting for that and people are getting liquidated and losing all their money, I'm building up a bigger and bigger and bigger pie with Coca-Cola. Now, yesterday I showed people on the screen that I was 32 of institution allocation out of 47. If you look at the institutions that own Coca-Cola, Warren Buffett being the top with 400 million, I have over 8,000 shares of Coca-Cola, which ranked me 32 out of 47 of the institutions. I'm not an institution, but obviously, but that's the amount that I have compared to the list. there were institutions beneath me that's had less. So I'm really all in on on Coca-Cola. Now, even though it's such a small allocation over the whole market cap of Coca-Cola, you only have to go and look at the senior directors, including the CEO of Coca-Cola. The CEO of Coca-Cola owns less than 1%. Like 0.0001 or something like that. So even the CEO owns a similar, not a huge pie overall. The reason for that is because it's such a large market cap that it's quite normal. It's like Tim Cook. You might think Tim Cook has 10% of Apple. He doesn't even have 1%. It's like 0.001, whatever. But that 0.00001 is a huge position. So don't be misunderstood when you see people with 0.001 allocation or whatever. There's still a major position. And in fact, the fact I'm 32 out of 47 institutions, that legalizes me to be a whale in Coca-Cola. That's just a fact. All right, so there we go. We are about to ring the bell. Let's get ready. Okay. We've got 30 seconds to go. XRP, what's it going to do on the news? The opening day, my Coca-Cola is going up. S&P is going down. I sold it at the right time. I saved $30,000 from doing so, remaining in crypto. I've now built over $500,000 now on my main account with Coca-Cola. All in, 100%, $250,000 margin, 50,000 on my Roth IRA. It was the right thing to do. Now what comes next? Are you ready? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The bell has gone and I'm up and beating the market again. Where is XRP going? It's holding 3.83. My Coca-Cola is running 501,000. For every 1%, it's $5,500 to $6,000. And that will increase obviously over time. 501,000. Another all-time high, 294, 294, 294. Come on, 294. 297. Oh my God, we're about to hit 300 grand just in that. Holy moly, we're beating the market again. Here we go. Was I right to be in Coca-Cola? You bet your ass I was right. I'm up 3 grand today. Holy flipping moly. All right, let's go through it. We're beating the market again. Holy moly, here we go. Now you know why I took profit from Pfizer. I sold my Pfizer, I bought more, but that's 3 grand today, 4 grand yesterday, 3 grand on Monday, 3 grand on Friday. My portfolio is up 1.483. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're absolutely... This is in Coca-Cola, just in Coca-Cola. All right, the S&P is down. I've smashed it again, down 0.35. We are up 1%. Oh my God. Now we can do tax lot selling. We can do it again. We can do it again. Trade. Let me go and clear the screens as I go through. This is live trading. $600,000. Sell. Dollars. Selling tax lots. Here we go. Sort from the highest to the lowest. Let's make some money. We can start buying crypto soon. Right. All of this now, over 600 grand now is going to be all green. All of this is green. Let's start trimming. Tax-free. We don't want to make any gains. Here we go. 66, 68. Let's start doing it. Holy moly. We're making so much money, it should be illegal. It probably is in some countries. All right, 66, 68. My top is 67. We're $1 away. We can... oh my gosh. I'm going to just hold a second. Wait, hold. 66, 68. We've just flown past all of those. Holy moly. We're making serious amounts of money now. Ethereum's going sideways. No, it's not breaking out. That's what I thought. It's not breaking out. The S&P is down. My portfolio is up over 1%. That's $2,500 again today. Coca-Cola. Don't tell me you can't make money by buying a great business. Let's trim. Let's trim. Oh my God. We can set this. We could run to $80 today, and we could sell from the very, very top, and we'd be selling for profits. We couldn't even tax lot it. We couldn't even tax lot it if that happened. 66, 68. Let's go. Let me just check in with that. See who's with me. I want to be able to answer all the questions in a moment. This is nuts. Microsoft down. Yeah. Meta down. Nvidia down. The S&P down. My portfolio is breaking records again. Okay. Good. I think I'm happy with that. 66, 68, 66, 69. I've sold my Pfizer from yesterday to buy back more Coca-Cola. Oh, 74. Let's click this 74. We can get. I think we're going to go here. Here we go. Let's take these out. Let's take these out at 80, 87. If we can take this out and this out, if we can do that, we could put 20 grand back in the bank. Let's take that out. It's a $31 loss at the moment. We're not going to sell for a loss. There's no need. But we want to do that. We want to trim. We absolutely want to trim and take that out and buy back lower, or we start building our cash position, clear all the margin and buy back much bigger. Right. We're selling quickly. I'm not going to worry about that. People they're doing exactly what I was going to do, but they're just doing it they're doing it too early. That's Wall Street. Way too aggressive. That's retail investors, way too aggressive. They're doing it too early. That was silly. That was a bad move. That's a bad move. You don't want to do that. Way too early in the day to do that. That's silly people who don't know what they own. Oh, I'm up 5%. Let me go and take some money. No. Way too early. Watch it reverse. Here it comes. Ethereum doing nothing. XRP doing nothing. It had a little pump, but it's not going anywhere. Didn't think so. The S&P still down. I'm still beating the market again. What I'm going to do is wait a bit longer. I'm going to wait a bit longer. Let it go. In fact, what I'll do is I'll come on to my story and I'll come back to Coca-Cola. I'm not going to worry about it. People sold too early, as you'll see in a minute. All right. So let's talk about this. I'm going to keep my eye on this story and we'll come back to it. Okay. So let's get back to the shutdown. XRP, crypto. Got a great story here for you from the newsletter. How many people said yes to winning the $1,000? Was there many people? Oh, yes, there are a few. Why are we not getting the alerts on the screen? Why are we not getting alerts on the screen? Let me see why not. Let me go and refresh this. I want to make sure, because people are messaging me, and I want to make sure that no one gets left behind here. Let me leave that there. Let me just check this. No, it is working. Rallo1, please cover FRMI IPO today. Thank you. You want me to cover the FRMI IPO? Okay. All right, you remember. I'll do that for you. Okay. I'll have to go through all of this first, though. FRMI IPO. Okay. Leave that for a minute. All right, I'll come back to that. So let me focus on this story first. I will try and cover that shortly, okay? Right. People sold way too early on Coca-Cola. Big mistake. So let's go back to, this is really difficult. I'm trying to keep an eye on so many screens. I've never had so many screens open like this. Pretty crazy. Right. Let's cover this story and then the breakdown, the shutdown. So this is important, and then we'll cover in detail what it means for the shutdown. We're going to keep our eye on XRP as well. All right, let me do this now. Here we go. So Tether is to leverage Rumble platform for new US stablecoin distribution strategy. This is a big deal. Tether Holdings is rolling out a new US compliant stablecoin, USAT, with video platform Rumble as its primary distribution channel, unveiled by CEO Paolo Ardoino, I apologize, at Singapore's Token 2049 conference. The initiative includes a Tether-powered crypto wallet to be launched by Rumble by end of 2025, targeting its 51 million monthly active users. I wonder, I think this is a big enough story. I think it is. I think it's a big enough story. Rumble. I think it's a big enough story to cover this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to cover this. I think a lot of people will be interested in this. Let me do this. Here we go. I'm going to turn this into a video. You can all watch it later. So, okay, I'm going to make a video on this. Rumble enters the crypto world with Tether. I think I've got a very, very interesting story for you here now. I'm going to cover this from our latest newsletter. You can follow along if you're watching live, or you can get it afterwards and also win $2,000 for free by getting our newsletter for free, the free plan. So let me tell you all about this morning. What do you think of this? A lot of our audience like crypto, but now we've got crypto joining the broadcasting space. It's the kind of competition to YouTube. I do have an account there. I don't broadcast at the moment. There's really no point. It doesn't earn me any money at all. YouTube is far stronger. So let's work out what they are doing here with Tether. This is Rumble, down right now, but this is the story. Let's get straight into it. If you're new here, consider liking the stream. It always helps. And consider subscribing as well. If you're watching this later, my audience are watching it live. We've got a live audience at the moment watching the stream. So let's get straight into this news. Rumble. The title is Tether to leverage Rumble platform for new US stablecoin distribution strategy. This is important. We've got a big crypto audience watching me make this live. If they like this story, I'm sure they'll do a super chat and share your thoughts on the screen, and it will read it out. So we might get some XRP crypto enthusiasts, investors share their thoughts to this. Tether Holdings is rolling out a new US compliant stablecoin, USAT, with video platform Rumble as its primary distribution channel, unveiled by CEO Paolo Ardoino at Singapore's Token 2049 conference. The initiative includes a Tether-powered crypto wallet to be launched by Rumble by the end of 2025, targeting its 51 million monthly active users. This strategy builds on Tether's $775 million investment in Rumble, completed in February 2025, giving it a 48% ownership stake in the conservative-leaning platform. The USAT token will be issued by federally chartered Anchorage Digital Bank with reserves held by Cantor Fitzgerald. Unlike Tether's globally used USDT, USAT is designed for regulatory compliance under the Genius Act. Bo Hines, a former White House crypto advisor, has been named CEO of Tether's US operations to to steer the project. The Anchorage is scaling up its team to support the token's anticipated year-end launch, aiming for a 10 billion circulation mark that would place it under federal jurisdiction rather than fragmented state oversight. Now, Sensei's thoughts, who compiled this news story, so I'd like to share this with you, is Tether's deep integration with Rumble provides a rare native distribution advantage over competitors like Circle, positioning USAT to challenge USDC's dominance in the US, building liquidity from scratch, especially in a heavy regulated market. We'll test whether this new model can match the global traction of USDT. So what do you make of that? If we look at Rumble, you can see it's been down consistently. I used to own this stock. I sold it all. The platform never made me any money. The whole thing just didn't work. It just keeps on going down. I don't see anything here. I feel a little bit of a desperate move here. I don't know. What's your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts here. And maybe we'll cover more of this story with Rumble now embracing crypto in this way. So there you go. This was made live. The rest of you stay right where you are. I'm not really ending it. I'm just ending it for those watching later on a video. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Oh, by the way, if you do like crypto, which I'm sure you do, and you like Rumble and broadcasting, well, we're broadcasting a $2,000 giveaway. I'll mention it now as part of this video because my live audience wanted to know about it earlier. This is someone's just put a very alarming message in the chat. Thanks, Martyn, for following my Instagram earlier. I have not followed you. I don't follow anyone. So you've just been scammed. I'll come on to that in a minute. People get scammed all the time. I never follow anyone. All right, and I tell you that all the time. All right, here is my giveaway. I'm giving away $2,000, if not $3,000. It's free to enter. I'm going to give everybody now watching the show live the link in the chat. Here is the link, martynlucas.com/giveaway. In fact, I'm going to pin it to the top. There you go. Enter for free. It's free to enter, free for all. Anyone can be part of this. Very, very easy to win. The odds to win are very high because most people can't be bothered. They think it's a scam or just lazy, basically. We've already given away 1,000. We're doing it again now with 2,000. How do you enter? You go onto this page. It's martynlucas.com/giveaway. You scroll down here and there's the giveaway video. Explains all about it. Watch it. You sign in. You have to sign in either email, Google, YouTube, so we know who you are, that you're not a bot or a scammer, so we can email you when you win. All right. And you can enter by winning tickets. To win tickets is completely free. It's free to enter, free for all. There's not a single thing on here which requires you to buy anything, download anything whatsoever. It's all free. Why am I doing it? Well, because I make so much money on YouTube with my investing. I just like to give money away. We all do here. Me, Sensei, and Vaz, and our sponsor, Charlotte May. Now, coming on to Charlotte May, they are one of the things that you can win tickets for by subscribing. Now, if you cheat and unsubscribe, your tickets are validated. You have to remain a subscriber for this to work. It knows you've unsubscribed because people think, oh, I just subscribe and unsubscribe. Doesn't work. You've got to remain a subscriber. And you have to be genuine and not through VPNs and scamming it and all that kind of stuff. So scammers and bots can't win this. It's a real competition. All right. So do all these things. Now, you may say, well, I've already subscribed to you on YouTube. I've already followed you and Vaz on X. Well, then go and claim your tickets. It's free. It's completely free. Just go and claim your tickets if you've already done those things. Every day we add new ones. There's a daily bonus every day. We've got one here where you win by watching a video. This was my error video when I spoke to you about how I got absorbed by the pain and the blackness of my wife's cancer treatment. All right, all of that. You can win tickets by watching that. There's a magic number at the beginning, middle, and end. All right. Very, very simple. It's all free to enter, free for all. Now, remember, you can win with just one ticket. If you want just one ticket, you can. The more tickets you get, the more chances you have of winning. What is the odds of you winning? Well, we've got 100,000 subscribers. You might think we have 100,000 people that want to win $2,000 of my money. Nope, just 333. That's all. Most people are lazy and can't be bothered. I mean, that's just the reality of it. Let me just refresh the screen. There's now 333. It's not even gone up during the making of this video. What's the odds of winning? Top users. How many people have got all the tickets? The top tickets are 253. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people want to win $2,000. That is it. Paid out live on the show. Couldn't be better. All right, so there's our giveaway. I wanted to include that for everybody watching live and everybody watching here in this video. So click above my head for all the links. Down below in the description, you'll find all the links to the giveaway and everything else I've been talking about and so on and so forth. And over here, I shall put the giveaway. Over here, I'll put the Rumble playlist. So everything I do on Rumble will be here, and down here I shall put the giveaway so you can take part in our giveaway. That's it from me. Stay where you are if you're watching live. I'm not really ending. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. So there we go. We've just put that out. That will go out as its own video very shortly. We've got a super chat here on the screen. Let me share this. I'm not sure why things aren't showing on the screen. Ollie Gunderson. Hi, Martyn. I'm happy for you with your portfolio. I'm a bit busy with work this week. Nice to stop by for an update and say hello. Ollie Gunderson, thank you for your super chat. Hopefully that'll read it out in a second. That's very, very kind of you. Now then, there you go. People were selling too early into Coca-Cola. I said they were, and they were. I've said Rumble's rubbish, and it's rubbish. On this news, it's going down. That's why I don't broadcast that. I might try it again, but it was no good. Rumble, Coca-Cola, everyone sold too early. Ethereum, it's not doing anything. It's going back down again, you see. Not the time to buy this. It's not really got that much strength. Okay, so I was right. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. My portfolio is up, beating the market. The S&P is going down. Every one of my predictions has been spot on. Oh, someone has just taken part in the giveaway. They just subscribed to the music channel and just won themselves some tickets. Completely free, right? Easy, right? Easy to make money here on this show. We give it away all the time. So, Coca-Cola. Let me go back to our story. In fact, that was our story, wasn't it? The Rumble. That was it. Now I'm going to go on to the lockdown, the breakdown, the crash, the disaster. What does it really mean? Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go. Let me, I don't need that anymore. Let's come back to crypto. Okay. We'll go to XRP. We'll focus on that. That's coming back down again. My portfolio is going up. Yeah. Coca-Cola. Yeah. We'll trim around about the 66.80. Okay. So, how much money are we up today? Need $2,000 today so far. Okay. Yes, Ampy, I put it back a little while. Let me read some comments and questions, and then I'll bring you the breakdown of what the government shutdown means. What I'm going to do is, because I want to answer every question, and we're very, very busy again, we're going to go members only, all right? Nearly everyone's a member anyway. It just makes it easier. So we're going to switch to members only. Nobody wanted to call in. No one wanted to challenge me. Fair enough. Let me go to members only. So please, if you've made a comment, please now repeat it. If I've missed it for some reason, please now repeat it and I shall read it out. Okay? If you'd like to do that now, I will read it. I will do some questions now. Yeah, Matthew, it stinks on why crypto wasn't taken seriously for many, many years. Sick boy, you just said I just followed you on Instagram. I have not followed you on Instagram. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Listen, folks, I make this really clear all day, every day. Please, this is the most open, honest channel in the world, right? I do not follow anyone. I do not message anyone. I do not tell you what to do. I do not send silly emails. I do not text you. I do not, how many times? I do none of those things. Okay? All my accounts are the official accounts. They've got the ticks more often than not. We've got a tick on YouTube. We've got a tick on X. It's the correct name, spelt correctly. It's very simple. If I'm messaging you, it's not me. I don't follow you. People are trying to take advantage of our growth and strength, and that's fine. They've got nothing else to do in life, and they think it's just easier to scrounge off somebody else. It's not, because every day we ban them. They just waste their time creating new accounts when they could be out making money and providing energy to the world. They're just trying to scam you. If anyone messages you called Martyn Lucas, it's not me. End of. Simple as that. Happy October, says Zach Zeit. Pfizer, now 26. Yeah, Matthew, let's have a look. You are the boss of free memberships. It's crazy, isn't it? The amount of memberships being given away. Good morning, Seth. Good morning, Zach. Nicole, one of our female audience. You see what I mean? Everyone sold too early in Coca-Cola. They don't know what they're doing. Wall Street doesn't know what they're doing. Everyone is too emotional. Everyone is too stressed all the time. Good morning, everyone. Bitcoin is up. VIX is up 1% from 6%. We are changing momentum. I don't think we are, Nicole. Quite honestly, I think you make more money. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm making more money on Coca-Cola than I am with crypto. Yeah. Simple as that. Anyway, you can decide what you want to do. I mean, the evidence is there for all to see. Do you know about ADRs? Yes, ADRs, I do. They're depository funds. An ADR just means that the business is in another country on the New York Stock Exchange. You pay a small fee to own it, but it's no big deal. Pfizer going up. I don't care. I took my money out of Pfizer. It's going up. I took my money just a short while ago, took my profit, bought Coca-Cola. I'm happy to do that. I made about $800, something like that, for doing nothing with no research. You don't have to sell this because we've got about 4 days going into the 7% dividend. Remember, it will sell off on that dividend news. As we get to ex-dividend day, it will sell off the 7%. So understand that. Don't think you can get free money out of Pfizer, because you can't. Maybe take a profit now. Maybe trim it now. We're going to cover this in a moment. I know what you want to cover, Zach Zeit. Hey, Martin, is there a government shutdown? Yes. And like other years, it doesn't really affect the markets. We're going to talk about it in a second. Pfizer, yeah, for you, Emmanuel. Smash the like, says JJ8Ball. Here come all our members. Boom, James 007. Get to the like button. Let's go. You called for one time PFE. Why sold earlier? You called for 1x. Yeah, it can double. Why sell earlier? Bigger opportunity in Coca-Cola. That's why. I made $800 in profit in 5 seconds. Why not take some money? Coca-Cola is a far stronger business. I took my $800 and I bought $800 worth of Coca-Cola. And now that's making money. So I'm making money anyway. Yeah. Can you check space? You know I will. Virgin Galactic, yes, it's short squeezing. Keep up the great work. Keep up the Tesla hitting new highs. When I get a scam phone call, I entertain them and go along with it. Space is pumping. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. There you go. I've got a trade live now. Hang on. We've got the government shutdown news. I've got Virgin Galactic to do and a live trade. 600 grand trade. Okay. It's a bit difficult sometimes being in my position. I'm trying to entertain, trying to give you news. At the same time, I've got 501,000 on one account and 50 on the other. It's like, bloody hell. I mean, if at this rate, we're going to be at 1 million in 5 minutes. I mean, it's pretty wild, isn't it? Anyway, XRP is not doing anything. It's just going sideways for the minute. We could be on a breakout watch though. Let's do this. I'm trying to think the best way to do it. Okay. I'll give it some justice. I'll give it some justice. It deserves it. We'll pump out the smoke. We'll turn the studio. There we go. There we go. We got the studio colors for Virgin Galactic. We'll do this now because we're now getting the short squeeze that I promised everybody. It's now happening. So we'll give it some justice. SPCE. Here we go. We'll cover this. We'll cover all our XRP news. We'll do everything for you. You just got to stand by. There's so much to cover. I can't cover everything, right? Okay. So I need to get this up. I need to get some precise numbers. I just don't want to just say a lot of rubbish. We need some real value. SPCE. Okay. Right. Stand by a second then. I should do it live, really, but I haven't got time. All right. Okay, we're just getting ready now for a Virgin Galactic special. I'll bring this to you, followed by the more information on XRP, more information on the shutdown and where we go next. At the same time as I'm trying to trade my own Coca-Cola, which is now rallying again. See what I told people earlier? I said Wall Street are idiots. They are. They don't care about you. They don't care about the economy. They don't care about people. It's just a machine. A machine makes mistakes all the time. They sold way too early. All right. Let me just do my trade first. I got 600 grand on the line here. I got to do a little bit of my own business, right? Do you know what? I'm so bloody confident. I don't even need to. I'll just do Virgin Galactic for you guys and come back in a bit. I don't need to look at it. It's going to do great. Right. There we go. I've got my Virgin Galactic ready. Here we go. Oh my God. I've got $100 super chat. Why are these not reading out on the screen? Hang on a minute. Why are they not reading out on the screen? Why are they not reading out? We've got a Virgin Galactic special, as you can see. Why is this not reading out? A short review, latest news. Purdue University, please. Great news about yes, Purdue University. Is that in Discord? If you give me that in Discord, are you giving me that in Discord? I don't have a message from you in Discord. Zach, where is the Purdue University? Where's that? I don't see that. Stock news. Zach Zeit. Okay, I got it. What is this? It's not a major story, but I will mention it as you've given me a massive super chat. Okay. I can only apologize for it not sharing on the screen, playing these super chats. I don't know why. I'm really frustrated why it's not doing it. Let me refresh that again.
Kevin donated $36 through a super chat. This is a test super chat message.
Okay. I'm trying to bring you this and it's not sharing it on the screen, so. I'll do it this way. All right, here we go. What's the volume of Virgin Galactic? The volume is 1.5 average volume. No. Right. Okay. Here we go. Bloody hell, Matt. This is mad. Struggling on so many levels here. All right, let's go. We'll come back to the XRP news and everything else shortly, and my 600 grand trade. Bitcoin is pumping, by the way, but XRP and Ethereum aren't. Ethereum is. XRP isn't. All right. Anyway, let's get Virgin Galactic under our belt. This is important, okay? Virgin Galactic, is it time to re-enter this space? This was the stock, the business that built our channel, if you remember, 4 years ago. We're going to cover some information for you right now. Virgin Galactic, is it short squeezing? Yes or no? Where does it go next? I've told you it will short squeeze to $100. Is that what's happening now? Well, let's have a look. I'm going to show you the factor grades. Now, this is important. I'm also going to give you the latest news and take a deeper dive at Virgin Galactic right now. This is a stock that I said to you could go to $100 on a short squeeze. Absolutely can. If you look at the revisions, we are now A-, up from B+. We are moving up. We haven't been moving for ages. Why is this? We are 2 quarters away from Delta being released, and then it flies regularly, all the time, making profits. All the seats are sold. Looks great. Donald Trump is even behind it. Is he going to fly? There's been some rumors. Of course not. Donald Trump, the president of the United States, cannot go up in a rocket, just by the way. Not a chance in hell. I bet he'd like to. Revisions, A-. Momentum, C-, up from F. Things are moving up. Profitability is the same. This is good. We like this because it's going to explode with profit. They're spending money, but they're now spending less, and they're about to fly. Growth is B, slightly down from A-, and valuation, however, this is the most important thing, is A- up from B. And that is interesting when you consider how much the stock has grown over the last few months. 29% just in this 1 month. Now, are we short squeezing? No, we're not. Can we short squeeze? Yes. How do I know we're not? Because we don't have enough volume. Not enough people are paying attention to this stock. They will after this video because we rank #1 in the world for this stock. So I'm sure after this, more people will pay attention to this stock and see an opportunity here for Virgin Galactic going to $100. Now, it's not short squeezing yet. How much short interest do we have? We have a short interest of 18.74%. So with volume, we can short squeeze. Absolutely right, because there's so much good news around the stock. I'll give you a full breakdown in a second. if we scroll down here and I show you, the volume isn't there. 1.8 million, we're less than half of what is regarded as the average volume. So there's no volume there today. No one's really buying it. There's no short squeeze going on. It's just people are buying it rather than selling it. That's all. The tide is turning. Hedge funds and insiders. We don't have much information on Robinhood because hardly anybody owns it on Robinhood. And that's very interesting because this is a stock which could be like a GameStop. It could be a darling of retail, and retail aren't even buying it. Look, there's no mention of Robinhood investors. Imagine when Robinhood investors start to buy space. Donald Trump's even talking about it now. I'll show you the report in a moment. So hedge funds they were selling. They're starting to buy back. What about insiders? Insiders just bought heavily. Look at that, a big buy. The ones to the right are simply taxable events. They're inconsequential. But insiders are buying. They're not selling. This is good. This is very, very good. We like this. Look at the earnings. They've beaten on every single earning since Q3 of 24. Expect them to beat on earnings when we cover it in November of Q3 25. And the announcement, of course, of Delta. How exciting would that be? Now, warnings here. It's great. It's good. It's doing great. It's up, but we're not short squeezing at the moment. Let me give you a breakdown. First of all, the news. Donald Trump recently signed an executive order cutting red tape for commercial space flights. Now, you may have saw yesterday that during his Oval Office event, he did actually have Space Force, and he said, my baby. He likes space. He certainly does like space. He's all over it. He does have the Space Force flag. He loves space. He's backing it. He's supporting it. However, he's not going to fly on it, so don't get too excited. But we do see this going up very, very quickly once we get the earnings report. And that's important. That's why we're going to cover the earnings report. Now then, these are the sites of Virgin Galactic. So Richard Branson used to be the rock and roll star of this. He really is not a major shareholder anymore. He still does own a decent amount, but he's not really the rock star he used to be. All right, so be absolutely clear. But Virgin Galactic is at the edge of announcing a major announcement on the next earnings call. Delta is on track and we are going to fly. Now, will the stock come crashing down or a nice soft landing like this? Well, I think it's going to take off and we're going to all make a lot of money. Now then, in between now and then, you have to be careful because a lot of people have lost money on Virgin Galactic and they are going to want to trim as they are today. Every time it lifts off, people take money and try and reposition the same way as I trim my Coca-Cola. I haven't lost money on it, of course, but people have. So they're more likely to trade aggressively. All right. So don't get too excited. We haven't got a short squeeze yet, but we do have momentum. And I wanted to share this because it was sent in to me by one of my members. It's a good story, but it's not enough to drive the stock. This was sent in, so I'm going to share this on the screen. Purdue. Virgin Galactic announced planned all-Boilermaker mission to edge of space. The 5-person Purdue 1 crew is expected to lift off in 2027 on board Virgin Galactic's Delta-class spaceship. It's not really that much of a story, but we do have more people flying. I think it's a university that are going to fly. I'm not going to focus too much on this because it's a long way off. It's not going to drive the stock up at the moment, but it is a nice little story. But what I'm more interested in is showing you the actual analysis itself. So let me show you. I've just run this through our AI model. I'm not going to do the description of the business. We all know about the business. We've covered it many times, but I will share the competitors and unique value. All right. So Virgin Galactic's primary competitor in the commercial human spaceflight market is Blue Origin, except it's not. It's not competition at all. Blue Origin is vastly more expensive, like 22 million, and it plops down in the desert. It doesn't land on an airport. It's not the same at all. This is the 5-star service, and this is affordable for most millionaires. I plan to fly myself one day. So there you go. A privately held vertical launch suborbital capsule designed for similar space tourism experience. It's not similar. It's completely different, vastly more expensive. And when Jeff Bezos tried to get Tom Hanks to fly on it, he said, I'm not paying $20 million. Forget it, mate. It wasn't interested. Another key player in the broader commercial space industry is SpaceX. SpaceX isn't commercial either. If you want to go up into space for the day, and it is a day, even though it's only a few minutes, because you experience lots of things before and after, the whole space astronaut experience, and it's spreading around the world. A community is building. There's going to be spaceports all over the world. And if you want to look down on your country or a certain area of the world, this is what it's all about, and be part of an astronaut community. You don't have that with SpaceX. Again, that's vastly more expensive. It's not a day trip. All right, it's a trip to Mars, but it's not a day trip into space. Just to go up, look down, float around, see the curvature of the Earth. That's what Virgin Galactic is all about. Virgin Galactic's unique value proposition lies in its innovative horizontal takeoff and landing approach, which provides a distinctive airplane-like experience for passengers. The company's spaceflight system is designed to maximize safety and efficiency, featuring a robust hybrid rocket motor and a spacious cabin with multiple windows for an unparalleled view of Earth. Their strategic partnership with Spaceport America and proprietary technology offer a competitive edge in providing frequent, safe. Now, frequent is the key to an investor. You can't make money on this stock if it's just, monthly or bi-monthly. You need it to be daily, and that's what's coming with Delta. And I know, because we've done a petition where we assembled the world's largest collection of retail investors, put it to Virgin Galactic that they should reduce costs, and they did. And we learned a lot about the business by talking to them. Now, I'm mentioning talking to the business because I've spoken at great lengths to Eric Kearney. I don't like him. I don't trust him. He doesn't want to be on camera, doesn't want to be recorded. I don't like everything has to be pre-scripted. I like what the company have done. I don't like the company. I've never made any bones about that. I do not like the way they take care of themselves, and they pay themselves exorbitant fees, and they used to waste a lot of money until the shareholders stepped in and fixed it. So be careful. This stock can bounce up and go down, but ultimately it's going up to $100. The time to buy this is when we were all buying it at $2. But still great. Just don't kid yourself. We've got a short squeeze until we have. We've had some short squeezes, but this isn't one right now. Anyway, what about the actual business itself? Well, let's first of all look at valuation, right? Valuation presents an intriguing valuation scenario. The price-book ratio at 0.72 suggests a substantial discount compared to the sector's 3.25. It is. Without doubt, the cash on the books, you're not even paying for the cash. And then you've got the rockets, the assets, the business, and so on. It is a good time to buy. Just understand people have lost money, will take profit out of this as it goes up, all right? However, the EV sales ratio at 130 is a significantly higher than the sector's 2.15, reflecting an expensive stock. Growth metrics show a mixed picture, while forward revenue growth is strong at 87%. Got to look forward. The company has been investing heavily, building out Delta and all the rest of it. And when we fly, we make money. All right, so that's good. Well above the sector's 5%. Year-over-year revenue growth is down by 84% because they're investing and spending, but it's slowing down every earnings. They seem to spend a little bit less and earn a little bit more. It's good. Highlighting volatility and growth trajectories. Profitability. Space struggles with profit. It does, yes, because it's investing in the future. It will soon, 2 quarters away, it'll start making money hand over fist. If you believe that people will fly on it. Remember, they've already sold the tickets, but if they blow up in space, it's all over. There's no room for error here. We now can live with an odd plane crashing. We go, that's just acceptable. But when this starts out, if anyone dies, that's it. It's finished. All right? It can't happen. They're building a very safe system. Profitability struggles and profitability with profitability, indicating a negative return on total assets, negative 34% compared to the sector's 5%. But that is shifting up quickly, has been over time. This suggests inefficiencies in converting assets into profit. Not a problem. We're investing at the moment. Momentum. Space's momentum is weak with a one-year price performance of negative 39%, significantly trading the sector's 5%. Well, of course it is. At the moment, this suggests bearish sentiment and declining investor confidence in Space's near-term prospects. I like to buy when everybody's out. And if you may remember a few moments ago, I showed you everybody is out on Robinhood. If you go down and look at who's buying, it's owned by hedge funds and insiders. There's no significant Robinhood investors here at all. They've all gone. That tells me it's the time to buy. Now, I would buy $100,000 of Virgin Galactic if I could get on with Eric Kearney, but I can't. I don't like the guy. He's not open and transparent, so I can't buy what I don't like. Simple as that. It's a shame. I'd like to be in on this journey. Revisions. Earnings revisions are positive with 7 upward EPS revisions and no downward revisions in the past 3 months. This reflects improving analyst confidence in Space's earnings potential. In summary, while Space demonstrates strong forward growth and some positive valuation aspects, its profitability challenges and weak momentum temper enthusiasm, leading to a hold rating. So there we go. Now, do you believe that Virgin Galactic is going to $100? I actually do, as long as it doesn't crash. I like to see the fact that all investors are out. That's good. Retail, that is, Robinhood investors are out. That tells me something is about to occur, because once they start seeing it go up, you know full well retail will start piling in. That's what they do. But also, there's nothing wrong with retail doing that. Once you know that the business is profitable and we're getting regular flights, why not buy it? Why not buy it at $10 if it goes to 100? It's a 10x, all right? Nothing wrong with that. However, right now, you've got to understand that you are parking your money. So there you go. There's my Virgin Galactic thoughts today. It's exciting. We're not short squeezing, but we will short squeeze in a couple of quarters, and we'll cover it all live as well. Okay, so what comes next? Well, what comes next is I'm going to end this and carry on with my live stream, and I'll join you on the next earnings. Now, if you'd like to win $2,000, we're giving away $2,000 live on the show. Only 5 people have claimed all the tickets. I don't know why we don't have hundreds and thousands of people taking part in our giveaways. I have no idea why. We're now giving away $2,000, if not $3,000. I'll give you all the links below and in the description and pinned to the comments on this video. So click above my head for all the links. Down below in the description, you'll find it. If you click more, you'll find more links. Down there and pinned to the comments, you'll find the giveaway. Over here, I shall put the playlist for Virgin Galactic so you can follow everything and the earnings and everything. And down here, the giveaway. We're giving away $2,000. I can't believe why everyone hasn't entered. It's free to enter. I wish I could enter it myself. Leah says, can I enter? I said, well, we're not really allowed to. Well, isn't it your show? I said, well, it is my show. I make up the rules, but we can't win it. I mean, I wish we could. Anyway, there you go. Until next time, as always, my live audience, stay where you are. I'm not really ending the stream. I'm just pretending to end the stream so I can put this out as a video later. Take care of yourselves and each other. Alrighty then. Okay. Now then, my Coca-Cola. Was I right? People sold too early. Right. Am I beating the market again? My portfolio is up another $2,000 today. Yes, I'm beating the market again. The S&P is still down. Ethereum, not doing much. It popped up and not doing anything. So now we'll talk about it with with the government shutdown. I'm waiting to sell. Got $600,000 here in Coca-Cola now across all my portfolios with the Roth and the main account. Just under, in fact, just under. There it is. There's my... let me come back to the main account there. There you go. 501 in this account, and the Roth IRA about 50. So we've got about $552,000, somewhere in that region. Right, let's get rid of the Virgin Galactic colors and now bring you, I'm going to have to reschedule this again. My next review, getting delayed. There's so much news to bring to people. I just can't do everything. Are we in members only at the moment? I think we are, aren't we? Let me switch back to general subscribers. Yes, thought so. There we go. There's subscribers. And let me reschedule this. I'm going to take a small break. Let me check my calendar. Make sure I've got no appointments on this morning. Okay, I'm going to reschedule that for this afternoon then. Sorry if I keep putting it back, but there's only so much I can do. Right. Let's now do the the government shutdown, what that means for everything else. Right. Ampy, yes, I've just put it out to 2 o'clock. I just put it out to 2 o'clock. Just bought 10 shares of Vertical Aerospace today. Here's to for a day trade. Here's to profits. One of my first day. Congratulations to you, mate. Good luck to you. I hope you make lots of money. Pfizer is running today. I sold too early, but I'm happy to do it because I sold it to buy Coca-Cola, but it's doing great. I decided to take my profit, $800 in a few minutes, and buy back Coca-Cola. But the rest of you that are holding, in fact, if you're still holding, let me know in the chat. Are you still holding on your Pfizer? Right, let me do the story on the government shutdown. Space bouncing back just in time, cutting it close here. You do a great job, Martin. Thank you. I have to go now. Take care. Thank you, Ollie Gunderson. See you later, mate. How do I join the Discord? Discord is a premium service, $2.99 a month. If you'd like to join Discord, I'll give you the link right now. There is a link in the chat. All right, there's a link. I'll show you how you do it. Most people do it wrong. I have to kick people out every day. It's what it's called on Discord. Don't mean that rude. But here we go. 238 subscribers. Let me refresh the screen, see if it's changed. I doubt it. There you go. So what you have to do is you don't click join server. It says here, premium subscribers only. These 336 people who have joined are mainly scammers, honestly, with you. We kick them out all the time. Now, there are some nice people in here, but most people are scammers here, and we kick them out. They're just joining to send messages, pretend to be me. It's a bloody nightmare. So what we have to do is we ignore all this, and what we do is we have a premium service, which is $2.99. You click here, and you can purchase, become a member. $2.99 if you do it on a browser. All right, that's how you become a member on Discord. Remember, when you go in there, all these people pretend to be me. They'll message you, tell you to send them some money, buy Bitcoin, you're going to get rich in 5 minutes. I don't ever message anyone. I only reply to my members when you message me. Okay? So make sure that you message me, and you know which is the real me, because I don't message you first. And more important than that, just look at the username, look at the profile. I've got the real name. They've all got the display name. They've all got the logo. They all steal that. But the username, I'm the only Martyn Lucas. That's it. I never message you. And also, if you look at my profile, I've got the ownership. I've got the crown. I'm in gold. I mean, there's a million ways you can tell which is me. And you get the free video training course. You've got the live support 24/7. We've got a live chat room all day long. We've got investors helping each other. We've got all sorts of great perks on the Discord. So once again, there is Discord. All right. I'll give you the link there in the chat. Okay. Hopefully that helps you. All right. Let's read some comments and questions, and then I'm going to do this big story of the day. $2 p.m., 2 p.m., 1 p.m. Texas. What do you mean 2 p.m., 1 p.m.? Oh. 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So 3 o'clock for you, Stephen Lewandowski. Lockheed broke 500. I'm holding long for the dividends, not advice. Good for you, mate. Raiden, holding. How are you? Sold on 3% Pfizer with plus and rebuying. Good luck to you. Holding Pfizer. Great stuff. I'm still holding Pfizer from yesterday, and I got 3 shares of RMI. Good luck to you, 900 Gaming. I have a sell order at 27 on Pfizer. Yeah, I wouldn't use sell orders for this because you're just trading momentum. Just take the profit you feel comfortable with. I mean, if you make, 10% profit on doing nothing. I mean, remember, you didn't do anything. You just put your money on it. And I mean, it's just momentum right now. It's good, but it's not performed well until now. I think Trump has taken advantage of a flailing business. I mean, it's not been doing great, has it? But nevertheless, it's a defensive play. It pays a great dividend. But 10% profit in a few hours, I was happy with that. And I bought Coca-Cola, which was, for me, the right thing to do. Martyn, Union Pacific to merge with Norfolk Southern. Where should one put their investment on, Union or Norfolk? Well, I would need to do a stock review to find that out. In fact, talking of stock reviews, we've got another one today, and we'll do another 2 tomorrow. If you are a member, minimum $10, and I can do a stock review for you. I don't know. I've not looked at either stock. I like Union Pacific, but I don't. I've done a review on that. Very good business, but I've not done the other one, so I don't know. What do you think of FRMI IPO? I've not looked at it. Sorry, guys, I've not looked at FRMI today. I know people ask me to cover it, but I can't do everything. I can't do everything, folks. I subbed a bit ago. I haven't joined Discord yet. I suppose I should. You don't have to. It's a separate thing. It's not part of YouTube. We have a video training course which we could sell because, let's be honest, we do very well at trading and investing here. That's why we do it for free. Everybody else on YouTube sells training programs. We give them for free. We don't need to make money on training programs. We give them away for free in our Discord service because we make money investing. Yes, holding. Please show how. Yes, I've just shown you how to get onto Discord. 900 Gaming. I'm going to watch that one. Jeffrey Ampey, 3 p.m. Now I know. Yes. Yes, that's correct. I'm holding 200 shares. Congratulations, buying Berkshire. Margin up 100%. Yeah, more than that, Val. EVTL on the rise today. Yeah, that's what I'm holding forever. Sell orders are good if you can't watch the charts all day. Yes, but I don't look at the charts. Not for a momentum trade. What's the point? You don't know where it's going to go. No one does. Just how much do you want? It doesn't matter if you don't get the top. You can't get the top. You're just guessing. Just take some profit. How much do you want? I thought, well, $800 in an hour. I'll sell that and just buy Coca-Cola because I know the business. It's simple. I don't care if Pfizer goes to $1 million. It doesn't matter. Sell orders are good. Yeah. Holding Pfizer looking good. Looking forward to the energy IPO from Texas. John Williams, yeah, I'm just sorry I can't cover everything. I've had my eye on Union Pacific for a while. That's a great business. Yeah. What are your 3 failed trades? And my 3 failed trades. So my first failed trade, these weren't actually failed trades, not really, but I got to be honest about it. I sold for a loss on Virgin Galactic to prove to you I couldn't move the stock. There was one. So I didn't have to lose. I didn't even want to trade it. I just did it to show you that you can't move the stock. I put 150,000 in or something like that, and I lost about $20, I think it was. I can't remember, but I just got in and out. All right, there was one. The other 2 is when I sold Bitcoin and XRP for a slight loss to save myself about 30 grand, which I would have lost, to buy Coca-Cola, which I made money on. So technically, that wasn't a loss either. So I've never actually lost, but they are losses if you say you bought here and sold there. So, you know, if I had 100% wins, everybody go, it's a lie. People say it's a lie anyway when I say it's 94 to 91, but that's fine. You say what you bloody like. Doesn't really matter, really. My portfolio speaks for itself. So, that was the 2 losses. Now, Coca-Cola. Do we get another chance to sell it? Now it's getting interesting. Right, okay, okie dokie. So let's have a look. All-time highs again. Yep, another all-time high. Beating the market again. If we look at my portfolio, I'm up 1.23. The S&P is down, so I was right. I was right to sell crypto at the top, save 30 grand. I was right to buy Coca-Cola. I was right about the shutdown. I was right about the S&P going down, and I'm going to be right when I say we're going to have a crash as well. So it worries me that everyone's just buying into these pumps, but which they're only doing on Ethereum. XRP is not really moving. It's gone up 4%, but it's just sat there. So let me go back now to Coca-Cola and start to trim. Here we go. Let me clear this if I can do it again. So Coca-Cola. Let me show you what I'm doing. This is how I use tax lots. Trade, sell, shares, selling tax lots. Now, again, some people don't understand this. They go, why are you selling? It's going to keep going up. Well, nothing keeps going up forever, okay? You've got to manage your portfolio. I've got more Coca-Cola than I need. I've got nearly 600 grand. I don't need 600 grand. What the hell am I, Warren Buffett, right? I've got to buy back in the S&P. Got to buy back some Ethereum and Bitcoin, XRP. I can't own every single share of Coca-Cola, right? I've got to sell some. All of this in the green is earning me now about $1,400 a month in dividends. That's an income. I can live on that because I have no expenses because I've paid everything off, right? All of this is in the green. Scrolling up, just keeps on going. Now, right at the top, we have some in the red. These are the higher price ones. Now, the moment I start selling these, my average will drop dramatically. My collateral will be protected. I'm going to just screenshot the screen. 66.37, and now we're pumping. You remember earlier I told everybody earlier they sold too early. Wall Street are idiots. Well, they are idiots. They don't care about the government. They don't care about the country. They don't care about you. They're not even real people. It's an algorithm just set on charts. They sold too early. I said they did, and they did. Right, so there you go. But what I'm doing now is I am not trading for profit. What I'm doing now is I'm taking some money off the top to lower my average, to pay off my margin, to protect my portfolio, to give me great collateral so I can buy other things. Okay, so I don't need 600 grand in Coca-Cola. 250,000 is fine. I can keep that forever. Maybe even $500,000 by the time I finished, and I can keep $500,000 in Coca-Cola forever. Paying me, that'll be about $1,300, $1,400 a month forever. That's lovely, isn't it? Just keep that. Great. But what I want to do is I want to sell these here. So we got 66.82. Everything else now is in profit. We don't want to sell for profit. We don't want to pay the tax man any money. We want to keep that. We want to return the ones we bought at the top with the ones that we bought at the bottom. So all the ones in red, we want to take back to the shop and get a full refund Thank you very much. We want to take it back. We want to take it back to the bank and get a refund. So we're at 66.79. We want to sell that one, and that one. That will put in my bank. Let me show you. That will put in the bank 33 grand. That will pay back my margin. Now, at the moment, I'm losing $22. Not going to lose $22. No need, there's no reason to lose $22. Right? We just have to wait. People sold too early, and we can just take those back to the shop, get a full refund. We don't lose money. We don't gain any money. We just take them back to the shop to get a refund. That's all we're doing. And we're keeping the ones that are lower. We're paying off margin, reducing our risk, we're protecting our portfolio, we're giving ourselves collateral, and then we can buy back. Let's say it gets to 287. Sorry, 87, 88. All right, that's where I want to sell. 87, 88, right? So it gets to 87, 88. I sell all of those. I'll make a small profit because the ones below are slightly less. I'll make about 20, 30 bucks. But I put 33,000, well, by the time it gets here, I'll be about 34 grand. I put 34 grand back in my account, and then I've got money to buy it when it goes lower. Now, it can go lower. Anything lower than 66, 88 or wherever I sell is a win. I can buy it back here would be a win. Anything less will be a win. But at this point, I don't want to pay any more than my average. I want to lower my average. Now, by selling these in a few moments, if I get the chance to do it, my average will drop. My average is 66.37. Now, by selling the ones at the top, the ones at the 80s and the 67s, my average will drop. My average will drop to 66. It's 37 now. It could drop to 66.30. It will drop very, very quickly because I bought some at 65.90. So it will drop. My portfolio gets more protected. What does that do? That Robinhood will give me even more margin because my safety has got less. My safety has got higher. My position has become more stable, safer, and they'll give me more and more margin so I can buy anything back at a lower level. All I want to do is improve my position. I'm not trying to make a profit. I'm not trying to lose money. I'm trying to build my position to own more and more Coca-Cola at lower and low prices. And once I get an amount I like, or when I can't buy less than my average because I've got more than I ever need. I mean, $500,000 in one stock. I don't need that. I want to buy back the S&P. I want to buy back some crypto, right? So I'll just leave it alone and let it earn me a dividend. And if I ever need some money to pay a bill, I can sell at the top and take a bit of profit off the top and pay a bill, pay for a holiday or whatever it might be. All right? Martin, I would call if it's not too... Yeah, please call in, Joshua. Yep, you can call in. It's never too late. You're one of my members, right? Yeah, members can always call in. Members can always call in. There you go. All right, feel free to call in. Right, 68.78. I want to get around the 80s. I want to get around the 80s. Am I going to get there? These are the ones I want to sell. These are the ones I want to sell. 82, 87, 88. I'd like to sell those. I could sell the ones for 68 if I wanted to. Bring these in as well. If I sell those for 68, now I put 37 grand in my pot. Joshua is calling in. So Joshua, I'm going to put Joshua on the screen. We've got a guest who wants to call in and be on the show, one of our members. When I look, I might have to cut off to you though if I get a trade, but let me bring him in spot number one, Joshua. Good afternoon, Joshua. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. I like that hat. What's that? Penny Trucking. He's out on the road.
Penny Trucking. Cushing, Oklahoma.
I love it, mate. I love Oklahoma. I've been there several times. How can I help you, sir?
Well, I work a lot of hours, so I couldn't call. I couldn't meet the live first thing this morning to call. But as I was watching, I watched this morning and then skipped up to live after I got some of the information. And then, anyways, on your comment about the banks making their own coins or their own blockchains or chains or whatever and not using XRP, the only thing I was going to say, and I don't do my own research. I watch you, and I like to watch a couple other guys just to gather information in general. But anyways, I don't remember who it was, or I'd tell you. But their comment was the exact same thing that you just said, but they said that in their opinion, because XRP has been a thing and doing everything for 10 years, that so Bank of America, Swift, everybody that has the option to make their own coin, they're going to be 10 years behind. So and from what he said, or his opinion was that them being 10 years ahead or been doing it for 10 years, and that their product at the end of the day when being used is so cheap that his opinion was that they're more than likely still going to use XRP.
Yeah, it's possible, but I don't subscribe to the argument that they're 10 years ahead. The technology exists, and they can come out with something new in 5 minutes. I mean, they could sit down and write the code in 5 minutes. I mean, you think about it. Betamax came out. It was the better video recorder, and then it got replaced by VHS. VHS just bounced off the back of it. It came out of nowhere really, really quickly, took over the world. It was cheaper. Everyone could buy it, and it wasn't even that good. It was nowhere near as good quality as Betamax, but everybody bought VHS, and Blockbuster built a business on it. So I don't subscribe to they're 10 years behind. I mean, what XRP and Ripple is it's the brand, and you use it because you know it about it, and they've built the relationships. Well, Bank of America or any bank, Wells Fargo, Chase, they've been around for centuries. They've got all the partnerships, networks already in place. They just put one message out and go, we're switching from this to this, and we built this. I mean, you don't need to understand it. You trust Bank of America and whatever they say they're going to use. You wouldn't even know they were using it. It wouldn't even matter how they were using it. They would be more efficient with their transactions, that they would make more money, and that's how it will work. So again, I've always said the same thing. Bank of America have been using it, have been buying it, have been testing it. I think they're now looking at it. I mean, I would, if I was a business, if I was Bank of America, I'd go, well, I can do the same thing, can't I? The blockchain, the code isn't a secret. You can look at the white paper of Bitcoin. I could bring out a Bitcoin. I could go, there's going to be 21 million Bitcoin, and do the same rules that Bitcoin does, and just do it the same. But with Bitcoin, however, Bitcoin is all about the brand. It's a much bigger brand. Bitcoin's a much bigger brand than Ripple or XRP. So I like XRP, but I think what makes money for XRP is the bank. When Ripple Bank comes out, there will be a really modern, cool, efficient bank. But remember, other banks are doing the same thing already. Robinhood is a bank. In about a month's time, I will have a Robinhood bank account, a digital bank on the blockchain using crypto. Robinhood doing it, SoFi doing it. XRP and Ripple are on their own doing this.
So, hey, I would just want to tell that little bit of thought that I heard.
Yeah, thank you.
My next question,
yeah, thank you.
My next question would be, if Swift, but really Bank of America, because that's from what I understand, your biggest relationship connection.
Yeah.
If they came out with their own coin, would it be a coin, or would it just be
use stablecoin? Just use stablecoins, probably.
Oh, so they wouldn't have a coin like XRP. They would just have the technology to use it, and then use the stablecoin.
Yeah, because the blockchain system exists. Yeah, well, the purpose of XRP.
Would you be able? I was thinking that they would have a coin come out, and as an investor, if they did, would you just no difference than XRP and Bitcoin when they came out and they were 0.00014114 whatever, you gonna come out with that information so we can buy into it?
Yeah, but you got to remember,
early?
though, if Bitcoin, because I think Amazon are doing it, I think Lowe's are doing it, Home Depot are doing it. It will be a stable coin. It will have no value. It'll be a dollar for dollar. It'll be a peg to the dollar. Bank of America isn't going to bring out a speculative asset. They're not going to go Bank of America binky bonk. You know what I mean? And it's 1 cent and now it goes to $1 million bucks. That it's going to be a stable coin. Now, I remember when I think it was USD. Was it Ripple? Ripple brought. I forget what it was. No, what was it? There was a stable coin that came out. I forget which one it was. It might have been Ripple's USDR, or I forget what it was. But anyway, there was a coin come out which was it was stable coin. Stable coin means one coin, $1. It's just a digital dollar. That's it. So when people say about inflation, that crypto is inflation, it's a hedge and all that kind of stuff. Not really, because the one coin is $1. So whatever $1 buys in the shops, that's one coin. So inflation is the same for the coin as it is the dollar, because it's pegged to the same dollar, right? So if Coca-Cola, I don't know, a can of Coke goes from $1 to $2, then essentially your $1 is only worth 50 cents, right? It's halved in value. Well, so's the coin then, because it's pegged to the dollar. This is the crazy part when people go, oh, it's inflationary and it's a hedge, it's a protection. It isn't if it's pegged. So I think they're just going to bring out, or they'll just have their own stable coin. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, my boss just came up to my truck and asked for some paperwork.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing? I'm live on the telly.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
Yeah.
But no, I called in the other day. I'm the pipeliner from Oklahoma, the welder.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Great to have you here, mate.
So I'm out here I'm on a job site. And
so, yeah, there's not going to be, if there was a Bank of America coin, if they come out with a coin, which they might, it'd be a token. It would just be a dollar for a dollar. That's it. So the dollar gets devalued, so does the coin. You don't make any money. But I remember when they first brought out, I think it was RLUSD. I think that was it. RLUSD, the Ripple's dollar, whatever it was. And some idiot, I'm using idiot quite a lot these days, it seems, but some idiot decided to be, I'm the first person to buy the first RLUSD. And me and Sensei were laughing. We were literally laughing. We were like, this is nuts. He paid about 30 grand for this first coin. It was like, what the hell happened? Because when it came out, liquidity was low and people were trading it, because you can trade anything. If somebody offers you more money and you sell it for more and you don't sell it, it keeps going up until you sell it, right? And on the first day, before liquidity had settled itself in and it all become pegged and it was all stable, hence the name stablecoin, the flipping thing went to like 30 grand. And some idiot wanted to be proud to say, I'm the first to buy it. And he paid 30 grand for basically a dollar bill. I mean, what was all that about? Oops, let me just clear it off the screen. Sorry about that. So, you don't physically own a souvenir or a momentum. No one knows you got the first one other than you've got the wallet and you took a picture of it and stuck it on your X account. I don't know why people do it. So I got another guest joining me. Let me just move you over here. I've got two guests joining me now, so we can put you over here. Interview party one. Let me put you up there. We've got a guest called Kwame, I think his name is. Let me put... Kwame, nice to meet you. Let me put you up in get spot number 9, Joshua. Nice to meet you, mate. So if a bank brings out their own coin, it'll just be a peg. It won't be worth anything. Remember why you bought the coin in the first place. It scares me a bit, if I'm honest, Joshua, that you don't know much about it. You just watch people like me. I mean... You need to understand it for yourself, not just listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I'm telling you the truth and I'm showing you my real trades and this is my real money and you'll see me trade for real on the screen. That's all great, but you do need to know. It's like if you were buying a house, you would go and look at the house, right? You'd go and see the house or test drive the car. You wouldn't just buy a car because I said it was a good car or a good house, would you? So...
but I was already investing in XRP in general, and it was just a gamble in the first place. And like you said, I don't know. I didn't know. Like,
Joshua, could you hang up and call back in again? Your signal's gone a bit weird. Just hang up and call back in again. I'll bring you right back in again. There we go. Kwame, where are you calling in from, mate?
Chicago, sir.
Chicago. Nice to have you on the show. Lovely to have you here.
Yes.
How can I help you?
When you were speaking about the
there you go.
Bank of America coin, what my understanding of XRP is that if Bank of America makes its own coin to copy the technology, the XRP is to transfer the Bank of America coin into whatever coin they're trying to, or whatever monies they're trying to go into. So say if Chase makes a coin and Bank of America make a coin and they want to exchange money somehow, Bank of America is not going to want to hold the Chase coin, and neither would Chase want to hold the Bank of America coin. So they're going to need something in the middle, the bridge currency coin,
that's
which
right.
is the XRP,
That's right.
to switch them over.
That's right.
So that's and the point was, in order for XRP to do those kind of transactions, which are in the billions and millions of dollars, won't the XRP coin have to be a certain price in order to facilitate? Because they only have 100 billion coins, and if it's a low price, they won't be able to facilitate the transactions. So that's what people are waiting on when they say adoption, which means that XRP would be a certain price, and this price will facilitate whatever transaction that's going to be facilitated throughout whatever transaction is going to be from whatever country, from whatever bank. It will be a certain price where if they wanted to do say $1 billion from Chase to Bank of America, if XRP is like, say, just a random up $10,000 a coin, just so it can facilitate without having to use the whole 100 billion coins in order to make that transaction. This is what people are waiting on. They want XRP to be a certain price in order to facilitate the transfer.
No, I don't see that at all. I understand what you're saying. Thank you for your thoughts on it. Every time a transaction is made, a little bit of XRP, if it's used on the Ripple network, is burned. It costs a little bit every time. Microscopic. And you can see that is when we send each other XRPs, like 0.00000001 is the cost.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets burned. And by that constant burning and adoption, it being used all the time, thereby XRP becomes more and more scarce. So that's what takes the price up. That's the way I understand it. I don't think that XRP has to go up. The only reason it's going up is because we're buying it and holding on to it. And when we see Ripple take some out of escrow every month, they do that, don't they? They release a little bit into the system, and it's a bit like dilution when you release more shares. But we don't see share prices collapse like we do when you release more shares. We see that the asset is quite stable. Now, if they suddenly released all of their escrow all overnight, we'd probably have a bit of an issue. But they do it every month, and it seems to be working very, very well, that it just keeps getting bought up and it's just hold stable. Now, eventually, if they released all of it, I don't think they ever will, then it will start to rise, because now there's a supply issue because no one's selling, so the price goes up. I don't see the correlation between the price of the coin and the success of the coin. The price is just what people are trading it. My interest in any asset I buy, whether it be Coca-Cola right now, as I'm all in on that, is what does the business or the asset earn? I'm not interested in what people are prepared to pay for it. And this is a good example of that. Was on Friday, one of my gold members called in. I gave an example this morning. You may have missed it. He's a regular viewer, so we're friends. I talk to him regularly, so we like each other. We know each other personally. And he got really angry on Friday, last Friday, when I sold all my XRP and Bitcoin. Anyway, I'm not going to be a member anymore. I'm a gold member, $30 a month. I don't do it. And by Monday, he realized actually why I did it. I've saved about 30 grand that I would have lost by all the drop, because I had 150 grand. And I bought Coca-Cola, which has now made me all that money. So I've actually made it twice. He said, no, I get it. I said, but why were you angry? He said, I don't know. I said, may I suggest it's because you don't know what you own. He said, I said, if everybody told me today in the chat, you called in today and everybody, I had 1,000 people calling in, all going, I'm dumping Coca-Cola. It's rubbish. I'd go, well, I'm looking at the balance sheet. I'm seeing who the customers are, seeing how much money is. I hope you all sell it today because it goes down and I buy more. So I'm not going to be upset or angry if everybody in the world dumps it. I'll be disappointed if Warren Buffett dumps it because that will move the market. But I don't move the market when I say I'm selling my 150 grand's worth of crypto. So I think the way I look at XRP, it's the best solution of all the solutions to do the thing that we're concerned about, payments and all the rest of it. We all agree on that. It's why we all like XRP more than something else. However, it's not proprietary. Someone else could do it. And I think the technology exists and anyone can come up with it. And I'm worried that I mean, Bank of America aren't going to tell me specifically, oh yeah, Martyn, we're doing this. But you've seen my calls. I've said to you at 3 a.m, this will happen. And I've been right. And I said the day after XRP would go down and it did. I've been right on many, many occasions because I get enough information to put to join up the dots
together.
Yeah. I've got enough information to join up the dots. They're not going to tell me, ring me up. Guess what, Martyn? We're dumping all up. I mean, that'd be inside trading, it'd be illegal, and they're not going to do it. And I don't have that information, right? I don't have those connections. But for me, XRP is the best solution, but I just think that there could be others. I just think you need to be cautious. It's one of those things that if suddenly, I mean, let's imagine tomorrow morning, Bank of America make a statement. We're going fully on the blockchain. All our payments are done over blockchain. I think most of that will be done on Ethereum. And that sounds silly, but sorry, not Ethereum. Ethereum will be used for the stock market, but stable coins or XRP at the moment. But imagine if they said, we're just not using XRP. We're not using the Ripple network. We're using something else. That would be it. There'd be no value at all in the XRP coin. None at all. It doesn't produce anything. So you're only hoping everyone's going to buy it. Well, why would you want to buy it if no one is adopting it now? That's what worries me. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to make enough money from my Coca-Cola because I think we need to be defensive now with the shutdown and obviously it's proved out to be right. And when I feel that enough people have left the space and they started to give up on it, as long as I'm still hearing positive things from the banks, I'm going to buy a ton of it. But I don't know what number that is because it's not about the number. It's about the story, the fundamentals behind it.
Well, I bought in XRP around 55 cents.
Oh, so you're doing great, aren't you?
Yeah. So and I sold a little bit just to get some Coca-Cola, but I didn't sell it all.
No.
And I don't mind the price rise and price drop. But besides the point, the fact that if I'm going to worry about price drops, then I might as well just take all my, because I'm already in profit. Ain't no reason for me to worry about if the price drops, to 280 or whatever it does, because I believe that it's going to go up. So if I believe that, then I'm going to hold on to what little I have. And if the opportunity comes along, like with Coca-Cola, because I did see that the market was going to drop, and I did want to move some of that money so I wouldn't lose all those profits that I had in XRP, and I did put some in Coca-Cola, and yeah, Coca-Cola has made me back the actual balance of what I took out. So, like you said, I'm not losing, but now I don't know how high Coca-Cola is going to go, and I'm doing what you're doing. I trade tax lots as well. I couldn't do it on Coinbase because they won't allow you to. I mean, if they do, it's the Robinhood app is a much more friendlier app to use to do that. And I don't know where Coca-Cola is going. I don't know, but I know I'm making money right now, and XRP wasn't making no money.
What? But you're not making any money because it's producing anything. You're making money just because people are buying it. And when they stop buying it, you lose money, right? Okay. So what would you rather, what is more important to you? Make lots of money or protect from losing it all?
Oh, protect from losing it all.
Right.
Of course.
Okay. So you've obviously got enough. You paid the bills. You're happy. You know, you're clothed. You're on the internet. You got a phone. You got a gold chain. So you're not poor and broke on the street, right? You've got a great life. You're living in America. You got a good life. Even if you think life's shit, it's probably better than 99% of the rest of the world.
Of the people. Yeah, okay.
Exactly right. So you've got a great life. Okay, brilliant. We agree on that. I feel the same. So if you've been able to make a huge profit, and you have gone from 55 cents to near $3 without doing anything, you've never picked up a pickaxe and dug a hole. You've just gone buy on an app, sell on an app, and all that free money. So you've done that, and you look quite a young man. You look younger than me, so you've got plenty of years ahead of you. You've made some free money, which it is. People will say, no, I invested it. It's all because of me. Well, yeah, it's because of everybody else buying it, not because of you. It's because they bought it, you made the money. So you've made some free money, and you're young enough, and you go, okay, I've got all this money. I can now go, do you know what? I'd rather make consistent profit, which will give me all the money I need to live on without any stress or worry. I don't care whether the market goes up, down, or sideways, and invest it in an asset that produces something. Or I'm going to hold it because you never know. I might be able to buy 10 Ferraris. I personally couldn't care less. I just want enough. So if I got lucky, and I bought XRP at 38 cents. And I sold my XRP. This is this is a few years ago now. Live on the show. Everyone saw me do it. And I sold my XRP for around about $1. So I made 2.5, 3x, whatever it was, okay? And then I started to build my portfolio of the S&P. I've gone from $5,000 to now just under 600 grand. So I used my XRP to start the ball rolling. I took a bit of a risk. I went down to the casino. I played the game. Because remember, at 38 cents, none of us knew anything about Genius Act, whether the government... We knew nothing. It was all a guess. We all thought, oh, I believe in this, but... What does belief mean? Belief don't mean nothing, all right? So it turned out to be great, and you made some money, okay? So I then took my profit, and I bought the S&P, and I grew a portfolio, and now I've got a stable portfolio. I can add some risk on the top. I like to think of it as a triangle, right? A triangle. So right at the bottom is my cash, my house, my Coca-Cola, if you like. And as I go up and up and up, right on the top, would be a lottery ticket. Maximum profit, more likely I'm going to lose it all, right? So as you go up, you add a little bit of risk because it's fun, you enjoy it, and it's not a bad strategy. So you buy some crypto, you plunk it on the top, and you'll decide whether you want 1%, 5%, 10%, that's up to you. And the more money you've got and the more safe you are, the more you can risk, I guess, and you can just work it out. But I just think that people were excited about crypto because it was decentralized, and they're sick of the government. They're sick of all this and all the rest of it. And we didn't just get government adoption. We're now getting government control. The very thing you didn't want. But it's funny because more people are buying crypto now than ever. But I thought that's the very thing you didn't want, but now you do. So what I'm saying is, the reason for saying that is, it just seems that people's emotions pivot and they change with whatever's working for them. And there's not a greater feeling in the world. And I know how you feel, except I've never felt as good as you feel because I was out at around the $1. You bought at 50, you're now at $3. You feel like you're the greatest guy in the world. I mean, look at me, right? Which is great, right? But are you smart or did you get lucky? And I think anyone who's humble and generous would realize I'm a little bit smart, but mainly I got lucky.
For sure. There was no big major plan to go into XRP and that it was going to do all this amazing thing. There was no big major plan. It was just one day I had some extra money and I'm thinking, I know I did a little research on the white paper and saw that, it'd been around for a while. Nobody knows where it's gone. I could have went Solana. I could have went, Ethereum or Bitcoin. But, hey, XRP, it was a small cap at the time. Well, it was not small cap, but it was smaller than Bitcoin. So why not? I threw a couple grand in there and hey, here I am.
You are.
what can I say? You know, it was great. So now I want to build that base. Like you said, I want to build that base. Like I got my house, and I want to put something down there that's going to consistently earn.
Yeah.
And I want to build from that. Now, my next gamble is the S&P. When it goes down further enough, I'm gonna jump in and see where that goes.
Me too.
And see where that goes. And I might just get lucky again. And
well, yeah, you won't get lucky with the S&P, and I'll tell you for why. Because the S&P is never going to go bankrupt. It can't go bankrupt because all the rubbish businesses get thrown away and all the good ones get added to the pie. Right. So you can't ever lose your money. It makes 10% a year on average. If you buy the way I do with conviction, I've done like 70 grand in a few weeks this year because of the Liberation Day. So I don't just buy every week, every month. Have you heard my argument about dollar cost averaging?
Yes.
You've heard that.
You don't do that.
No, I buy with conviction when it's down. Right now it's 27 times earnings. It's expensive. So I've gone defensive, not just because it's expensive, but because I'm concerned that it's so expensive, 200% above GDP, the stock market is now. That's higher than it's ever been in any time in history before any other crash, like the 1930s crash, COVID.com, you name it, the housing crisis, way above. Now people will go, yeah, but it deserves to be because AI is great. Well, they said that about electricity, the car, bloody every other thing. Oh, this is going to... And it was. They were all great. They were all great things. But most businesses that started disappeared. A lot of the oil companies don't exist today. That started it. So, you know, if you own the if you've made just... I'm really excited. I've got to a point now where I've got 600 grand. I'm paying down my margin. This is why I'm doing tax loss. I'm not just holding forever and ever and ever. Right. I'm selling the top ones, keeping the cheap ones. Going to keep a nice, maybe $500,000 in Coca-Cola. Earn myself, you know, $1,400 a month, even though it's quarterly, but I've just averaged it out. And then as I earn money on YouTube, just like you got a job, everybody earns money, I will pay down my margin because I'm making more on the dividends than the margin is costing me. And the dividends are going to go up and the interest payments are going to go down and the interest rate's going to go down. So just over time, I do that. And as I trim, I can pay off more. But then as I've got a good income now and a good base now and a good solid business, and I'm going to be, you know, reading all the filings for Coca-Cola, making sure Warren Buffett hasn't changed his mind and everybody else hasn't changed their mind. Because if he sold, it would move, obviously.
It would move, yes.
Yeah, 400 million shares, it would move. You know, but then I'm going to be taking that money and going, I've made enough money. I didn't do that much work, really. I just sat on YouTube for 4 years. I've now got nearly $500,000. I've got $500,000. Put that in the S&P. Now, $500,000 on the S&P without me buying the dips and all those other things I do, that's 50 grand a year. I can live on that doing nothing. Now I carry on earning money on YouTube and just keep buying more of the S&P. I don't even care now if I buy it above value. I mean, I won't. I'll always do what I'm doing. But it wouldn't even matter at that point because I'm compounding. And if you stay invested, you're always going to win. Because even if a business only goes sideways, its share price goes up because money is devalued. Even if it just goes, I mean, people say, well, how can Coca-Cola grow anymore? If everybody in the world knows about it and everyone buys the amount they want, how's it going to grow? What if the population decreases? Well, obviously, you're going to sell lost bottles of Coke, right? However, because money gets printed and inflation, the price of Coke will go up, which means the share price will go up, which means it protects your buying power. So if you take your money out and go, it's all rubbish, I don't like the stock market, it's too expensive, and you put your money in the bank, you are guaranteed to lose money with inflation every single year. If you buy a speculative asset, you might get rich, you might get poor. I don't really care about might get rich. I'm happy where I am, and I just want to grow steadily from where I am. That way I sleep at night, I've got enough money, I'm happy, I'm relatively healthy, and have a drink with my mates down the pub. And that's it. That's all I want out of all this. Oh, just buffered a little bit.
Nice conversating with you. I think the connection is going.
Yeah, you're back now. So. You're back now.
Oh, okay. I enjoy talking with you. I'll probably call in
Likewise.
again about figure something else out. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting on the S&P to do what it's going to do. I know it's going to drop, and once it does, I'll buy that dip and see where that takes me. That's exactly where I'm going.
Well, that's what I'll be
There
doing.
is
I'll be doing that with you.
yeah, yeah, and that this XRP thing, the little I have left in there, or what I have left in there, if it does anything, yay. If not, that's all profit anyway. I would basically, if I saw it going any lower than it did this time, I would get out altogether. But I don't think it's going to go no lower than 280, and
Okay.
I know that it's going to go up.
Let's leave you with this thought. Who do you trust the most? Yourself or everybody else?
Oh, myself, of course.
Right. You've got money, you've made some money, you've built, you know what you're going to do, you've got some profit, you're going to buy back the S&P. Sounds like you've got it all mapped out, you're going to do great. You can do that. Whereas XRP right now, because it doesn't make any money right now, the only way it makes money is if everybody else does what you want them to do and buys it. Right? This is why I feel so excited at the moment with Coca-Cola, because I don't want everyone to buy it. I want everyone to sell it because I know what the business is making. I buy more then, right? It's brilliant. If I thought the business was rubbish, it didn't make any sense, I wouldn't own it. So I like to think, what can I do to take action to improve my life? I don't rely on anyone else. If I want to do something, I'll do it for myself. It's why I built this YouTube channel. I rely on my subscribers. Of course, if everyone unsubscribed tomorrow and everyone ditched their membership, I'd be in trouble, right? I'd have no income. Yeah. So I'm very aware of that. But I do everything I can to do, to build my wealth for myself, not rely on everybody else to do it for me. And that's what worries me at the moment with crypto. I think, from what I hear from Bank of America and others I talk to, Robinhood as well, most of the bubble chart I show from time to time, the crypto bubbles, most of that will be gone in 10 years. The speculation era will be over. The gold rush will be over. There's nobody out panning for gold now in California, digging up the rivers. It's all gone. There's a few museums doing it for a bit of a nostalgia, but that's all gone. And crypto will be the same. There'll be something else new. There'll be something else we'll talk about. And crypto won't even be seen. It'll just be there. It'll be how things work. The stock market will work on it. Everything will be on the blockchain. So those that own the networks, that use it, that make money from it, it's a good investment. And I think most of the good quality stuff, like Robinhood, for example, or maybe Coinbase, maybe Ripple when it IPOs, will all end up at the top of the S&P with Apple in 10, 20 years. So just by owning the S&P and being a miserable old boring fart, people going, oh, he just owns the S&P. Well, you'll own more crypto than everybody else who's scratching around with their crypto coin. I actually own more of it because I own the bank, the network, the exchange, whatever. So anyway, it's an interesting conversation. It's been great talking to you. What do you do for a living, mate?
I am actually a diesel mechanic.
A diesel mechanic. Awesome stuff.
Yes.
So you're keeping lorries going, cars? What is it you...
Actually, I work for the Chicago Transit Authority. I keep the buses running.
Ah, very cool. Very interesting.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your service. I know that sounds silly. Leah said when you came to America, you started saying thank you for your service to people. She said you only say it to people in the army. I went, well, yeah, but when I came to America, I heard people say it about the army and the Air Force, and I said, yeah, but you know what? I kind of like that saying. We don't do that in England. I like it. She said, yeah, but you just say it to those people. I said, yeah, but you know what? Everybody who provides a service and keeps America working and running, thank you for your service. You could be a lazy arse and do nothing, and then there's no buses, and I can't get anywhere. So I like you. You're important. So thanks a lot, mate.
Sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you as well. You do a great service as well. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for calling in, mate. Is there anything else you want to say before I let you go?
Nah. I'm just, like I said, I'm waiting in the wings. I got my, what they call dry powder to make that move when the S&P falls.
Yeah. What is the price to earnings are you looking at? We're 27 times earnings now. Where would you buy it? What do you think?
22?
Spot on. Spot on. I'll tell you why 22 is the number. I was hoping you'd say that. When I bought it at 17 times earnings, at the time, you may remember, I was also talking about repricing the S&P to be more expensive because I think it needs to be. I think there's massive amounts of potential growth in AI. It's not like the .com business. I know that it's the best thing, and I'm not going down that road, but I do think that it's a massive opportunity for becoming more efficient. So it's not just new businesses like let's buy the latest .com. It's because we can become more efficient. So the businesses that remain will be more profitable. Thereby, the S&P might have a slightly higher PE ratio to be worth it. It's always going to be expensive. It's also always going to be a future price because no one's going to allow you to buy the undervalue because we'd all be buying it before it got there. It never happens, right?
Yeah.
So 22 is the number I'm looking at. Yeah. So as I start to trim, and I'm trying to trim now, as you know, live on the show, take some profit out of Coca-Cola, get myself to maybe 300-400, maybe 500,000, get 100,000 on the standby, start paying all the margin off. When the S&P drops to 22, I'll be buying up to $1 million of it, mate. Right with you.
Hey,
me and you,
right there with you.
Me and you, we can pump the market all by ourselves.
Yes, sir.
All
yes,
right,
sir.
Mate. Love to your family and everybody, and thanks for calling in.
Oh, speaking of that, and your family, prayers to Leah.
Thank
you.
And
I am a cancer survivor, actually.
You are?
Yes. I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I was diagnosed in 22. I did an aggressive chemo, and now I am a year and a half. They don't consider me cured for another 6 months or so.
6 months, 2 years,
Yes. So I'm on that road, but I know that deal. I know that pain she's going through. Tell her stay strong. And you know what I said to myself? I said, Kwame, this is the common cold. You can shake this like the common cold. I had to build up in my mind that this was not going to stop me.
Totally agree with that.
Absolutely. So prayers to Leah. Everything will work out.
Thank you for that. What she's suffering with at the moment is she's on a cancer drug that is to reduce the tumor before she has it removed. Okay. She's on some drug and she is in excruciating pain on her jaw for some reason. She's taken all the painkillers, she's taken muscle relaxers and nothing's working. Her face is like she's crying. She can't all day, every day. She's in pain. The doctor said, come off the drug and let's see if and we might change it to another one. I mean, she has to be on it because it's what reduces the tumor before they remove it. Size, right? Yeah. But for some reason, I mean, this is obviously aggressive stuff. You know, these drugs, the cancer drugs aren't just paracetamol, that they're doing something. But she's getting extreme pain and she's got all day, every day. She can't sleep. It's very upsetting at the moment.
Is that a form of neuropathy? The nerves on her skin or her fingertips or feet, do they burn or tingle? Because I had that as well.
Did you have that?
Yeah, I had that as well. But I'm gonna tell you what they told me I could do, and they said, and I'm gonna tell you it worked. I don't indulge now, but marijuana works.
Yes, I know.
I'm telling you.
I'm not a fan.
I'm telling you.
I know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of any of this stuff. But we have had that conversation, and she said, "Yeah, I know. I've heard." And when she's in so much pain, she's it's come up in conversation. I hate any of that stuff. I'm not a fan of it, but I hate seeing my wife in pain. I do.
Yes.
I'm sitting there in the evening on the sofa trying to watch, our favorite British TV, Coronation Street, with a cup of tea and a biscuit, like proper Englishman. There I am. And I can't enjoy it because my wife is sitting there crying.
She's in pain. Yes.
And she's done all the medication. She's just sitting there in pain. It's like, it's not nice.
I feel for you, brother. I feel for you. Like I said, blessings to you and your wife. It will be okay. It will be okay.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a process. Yes, thank you, Kwame. Thank you ever so much for calling in. Been a great conversation.
Problem.
I've learned from you. We learn from each other all the time. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Cheers. Absolutely awesome. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. So during that exchange, a great conversation. Kwame has cost me thousands of dollars because I would have traded Coca-Cola. No, I wouldn't. It didn't quite get there. It's not quite there yet. It's going to happen. I don't need to worry. I'm not going to sell early. There's no real point. But I want to reduce around the 88 and start to pay down margin, start to reduce my size of my portfolio. I feel like the Federal Reserve when they say we're reducing the size of our balance sheet. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Reduce the size of my balance sheet so I can build up cash and then buy back the S&P or crypto if I decide it's the right way to go. All right. I'm trying to get to all these stories. There's so much what's going on. Let me go through the portfolio. So we're beating the market again. All right, the S&P is down. Virgin Galactic doing great today. That video will be coming out shortly. Palantir is up. Gold is just trimming off now. Amazon down today. Apple now selling off. Enphase Energy doing really well again. Coca-Cola up, yeah. Let's see if we can get to 66, 87, 88. J&J defensive doing well, going to $200. Chevron Oil going down. Tesla up, but now trimming. McDonald's going down, $2.99. Google down today. Microsoft down today. Meta down today. Nvidia, one of the best value of the tech stocks, if not the best value. Even though it's expensive, people go, oh, Nvidia is so expensive. It really isn't, actually. The PE is actually very, very good. Going to $200. Walmart, Staples down. Tilray Brands, I don't want to laugh, but all the people that bought it, I got to laugh because I said don't do it and you did it anyway. It pumped on a tweet from Trump. Wasn't going to happen. Next day it went down 10%. Now it's down 3.5%. I don't know. If you play with joke stocks, you get jokes. Does that even make sense? Robinhood, way too expensive. People just keep buying. Rocket Lab, too expensive. Plug Power, 14%. Russian oligarch manipulation on steroids. Wouldn't touch it if it's the last stock in the world. Bitcoin is 273. Up 273 now. We're nearly all-time highs. Very, very nice indeed. Would I have made more money at this point? No. I would not have made more money at this point if I'd sold, because this is around about where I sold before it crashed, and I put the money to Coca-Cola. So, you never look back anyway. There's no point going, oh, if I stayed in, I could have made more money. It doesn't matter. Have you got enough? It's not about the profit. It's about building a base and a portfolio. Kwame, we were talking about that a minute ago about building a base. That's what it's about, building a foundation, not always up in the air, juggling balls. Crypto, XRP's holding up but not doing anything else. Ethereum is now going up. I still think it can go to 12,000, but I'm not going to rush to buy it here. I'd rather miss out and just buy back the S&P because then I haven't got to sell. That's the point. Right. Let me read some of the comments. Are we in... let's have a look. Are we in members only mode? Let me give everyone a chance to have a conversation. Subscribers only mode. Right, let me do comments and questions. It's a long journey, says Zach. That's the way I need to see it. See you later, says human being. My target 3.3 bit. Oh, 3.3 Bitcoin. Why 3.3? Is that a magic number? Why 3.3? Don't be tied down to numbers. It doesn't mean anything. The coin doesn't know you own it or care. Nvidia is now worth 4.5 trillion. Yeah. Are we at a bubble? I don't think so. Not for Nvidia. Pfizer 26.91. Oh, I sold way too early, but I didn't. I took profit and bought Coca-Cola. But yeah, it's running. Congratulations, everyone who bought this. We brought it to you yesterday. This could really do well. I said it could go to $50. It could double your money. I put 20 grand in, and I made $800 in a few minutes, and I'm happy with that. And I bought Coca-Cola. So it can do very well. I'm very happy. I wouldn't be in if I hadn't sold. I'd be selling it now. Just because I see $50, that doesn't mean to say you should stay into $50 because everybody's going to look for the exit door very quickly. And buy back for sure. People like Pfizer right now, but just consider taking some. I mean, it's easy money, right? Just consider taking some profit. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me come out of there a minute. Continue. Yeah, doing great. Yeah. Another all-time high. You can't complain, can you? Could you make more money somewhere else? Well, of course you can. There's always somewhere else you could be. I have one up on you, Martin. I have Ripple stock. You do. Chris Carpenter, can you call in? I want to talk to you. How do you own Ripple stock? Have you got private? Are you a private investor? Chris Carpenter, please call in if you can. I'd love to hear from you about how you own Ripple stock. Pfizer, great, pumping. Fermi, IPO. Yeah, I'll have a quick look. I can't really focus on this today. What is the ticker symbol? FERMI. Here we go. It's not out yet. It won't be out for another half an hour. There's Fermi, $21. All right. So if you want me to, I'll have a little look. I'll keep me eye on it for you. But there it is. Right. It hasn't launched yet. We're just waiting for it. So we'll focus on this and come back to it. Have you looked at Leia Brett yet? No, I haven't. Is taking off like a rocket. Vertical aerospace stock is going vertical. Oh, is it? That's one I own forever, right? Duplicate. Okay. EVTL. This is one I just own forever. EVTL. Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Vertical aerospace. Okay. What I'd like to do now is, as I'm coming to the end of the show, I'd like to do a members only stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to members only. I don't mean, in fact, is there any reason to do that? I wonder if there is. Everyone's a member anyway. I'll ask the audience. Shall I switch to a members only live stream? It often encourages more people to call in. Start a poll. And when I mean members only, I don't mean members only chat. I mean not visible. It's like turned off. Only members can see it. We've not had a members only live stream for a while. It's a private stream. Shall I go members only? More people call in when it's members only. So, there we go. Shall I go members only? Yes or no? Let's see. All right. Now, what I mean by members only is it's only visible by members. It literally, the stream disappears for those who are not members. It disappears. People like members only from time to time because more people want to call in. It's more private. It's just the members. Pfizer, very overbought. Well, of course it is. Yes. Take some profit. Did Martin do a review on Fermi IPO? No, I didn't. You can't do a review on it. It's not a public company. There's not that much information on it. We can certainly do a preview. We can't do an analysis because there's no publicly traded accounts. But no, I haven't. I asked last week, but he said I had to do 100. And I didn't say you had to do $100 super chat. I said if you people do a play it now request, which is $100, is when I stop the show and go straight into a review. You only have to pay $10 as a member to get a review, not 100. 100 is when it stops the show and I put it out straight away. That's what a $100 super chat is. A lot of side effects with those. Yeah. Prayers and thoughts for Leah. I hope she has a candidate for immunotherapy. ONJ, I'm not sure what that is. Thinking of you both. Thank you, Money Making Mitch. Prayers for Leah and today's guest. Yes. I've had patients reduce the amount of opioids they use with CBD. And yes, Kimberly. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Vajuv. Good afternoon, James, buddy. Pfizer only has one good product available I would approve to use. Look at Pfizer. Yeah, I just did. That's why I said take some profit. Hey, Martin, what shares do you currently own? 100% Coca-Cola. 100%. $600,000 in Coca-Cola. Cannabis is only illegal because of senators who bought Wood Mills and Fortes paper versus hemp. And as expected, SBC relaxing back down so I can get back in. Yes, I told you it wasn't a short squeeze. Here we go, Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin running? No, it's not. Just where it was a minute ago. Don't get too excited, Aunt Matthew. Weed gummy. It's a kind of like little train that could leave the station. Yes. I won't be buying it though until I sell my Coca-Cola. M mode not. Martin, hemp works, third-party certification, sells THC free, legal limits, purity. Thank you, Kimberly. CBD oil. I've heard about this. Hey, Martin, I was the one who introduced you to Gorilla. Oh, yes, you were, Derek. Yes. They just signed a 1.4 billion used project, but their market cap is getting suppressed by MMMs. Would love for you to take a look at it. Derek, thank you. Unfortunately, we've got a list that we've got to do for our members, so we can't do non-members reviews at the moment. There's so much to do. Just seeing if we have resumed. Right, are we back now? On the show, several. Just seeing if we have. Okay, I think we are back now. I think we're back now. You're back. There we go. Sorry about that. We had a complete reset. It happens from time to time. But yeah, we're all back now. I was going to end the show anyway. We were talking about Joseph a few. We've been talking about you today, Joseph, a lot on the show. We've been talking about you. No sound. Is there no sound? The sound should be good. Is there no sound either? We were talking about Joseph a few. We've been talking about you today, Joseph, a lot. Let's have a look. Testing 1, 2. I have sound, yeah. Be good. Is there no sound either? I think we're all good now. I think everything is working as it should do. If there's no sound, just refresh your app. Just come back in and just go back out again. Yeah, I hear you. The sound should be fine. But anyway, what a bloody nightmare. So let's have a look at our crypto. We're all good. Everybody got it now? Right. So crypto is moving. XRP, it's not really, it's up, but it's just going sideways. I think the story is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bitcoin 100, that's doing well. But crypto is definitely moving. Had to reload YouTube. Yes, I had to do all sorts of stuff. I should really end this stream anyway. I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm absolutely starving. So I was going to ask if we went to members only, but 61% said no. So I'll end the poll. Let me get rid of that. Unpin that. Okay. So let me go to comments and questions. Anybody got any comments and things they need to know? Now you're back from outer space. Zach's site. Yeah, we're back from outer space. So I think we'll end this today. So if anybody need something? Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions about anything at all? How Discord works, how YouTube works, anything you want to ask me? Oh, the IPO, it hasn't yet gone live. This is Fermi. Here it is. Hasn't gone live yet. We're keeping an eye on it for you. Let's go through our positions. Time for some McDonald's. Yeah. Good morning, Martin. It's 5:43 in Hawaii. Oh my gosh. Really? That's early, isn't it? Time for some McDonald's, Jonathan Carter. Martin, always great information. Appreciate you. The Martyn Lucas Investor team and the family. Fish Ultra. That's kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks, Martin. You're welcome. I think we'll go off. I'm starving. I've not eaten. I'm absolutely famished. I need something to eat. I'm hungry. Yeah, let's go through. The S&P is now starting to come up. Virgin Galactic is just cooling off, but it's another good day for them. Palantir going again. Gold up again. Amazon's up again. Apple's up again. Oh, everything's running today now. Coca-Cola is doing well. I'm up 0.44. I would like to trim at this level and start buying back now. Crypto and the S&P, but we haven't had a crash yet, so we've got to wait for it. It's too early. Got to have patience. McDonald's down, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Nvidia. Look at that. Walmart, Tilray, Robinhood, Rocket Lab, Plug Power, Bitcoin. Nice. XRP, Ethereum. Oh, I'm back. Did I come back and not even realize it? Oh my God. How long have I been sat? Oh my God. That's hilarious. I didn't end the stream. I said in the chat we'll just end it, and I'm just sitting here. Bloody hell! What an idiot. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. So the power of the Lucasades, just quickly, got a gold member, Joseph. I put him in touch with Stephen Lewandowski, our oil expert, and he's just come off the phone. He's been talking to Stephen Lewandowski. Absolutely great. This is what it's all about. But listen, folks, I'm going to end the stream because we're all over the place, and I'm just going to go and have a break, have something to eat. Sometimes you just got to go, do you know what? Walk away for 5 minutes. That's it from me. I'll see you back later. Yes, AMP at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. I'll see you back then for that. So are you buying XRP? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Not yet. Not yet. Don't worry, you didn't say or do anything bad. I mean, I was literally sitting here, minding my own business, going, oh, yeah. Imagine if I scratched me, pick my nose, or I don't know. Can you imagine that? It would have been bloody awful, wouldn't it? Get some grub. All right, Joseph. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all back in a bit. What a nightmare. Off and on internet. We don't know we're coming or going here. Like a bloody blue-ass fly. All right, that's it. See you back in a bit. We've got over 500,000 now. Have a wonderful afternoon. Laters, Kimberly. Yeah. All right, I'm out of here. Where's it sending you to? Yeah. What a drama. Customization. It's sending you through to, this afternoon show, the review. Yep. 11, yeah, in 3 hours' time. I'll see you there in a minute. All right? Okay. That's it from me. I think I've covered everything. Tea and crumpets sounds bloody lovely. All right. Take care of yourselves and each other. Ta-ra.